Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pate, frisée, 2 green salads.
Okay, Spanish here.
Lamb chops, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please. As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories. And now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world. And I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that. I am looking for extremes of emotion and experience. I'll try anything. I'll risk everything. I have nothing to lose.
St. Petersburg, Russia. This Western European-styled city served as Russia's capital for 2 centuries before the Communist Revolution.
Now, what does one do in Russia? Why am I in Russia anyway?
Let me explain something. The first good cook I knew,
Alexei Gatmanov, his name was. Very proud of the fact that he was Russian. And he was the first guy I knew who was really into food. And he really inspired me to actually get serious about food.
so now that the Soviet Union is gone and Russia's opened up, I feel I owe it to old Alexei to undergo a personal quest. I want to find out what inspired him. I want to steep myself deep in the Russian psyche. I want to find out what makes these Russian people tick. And the best way to do that anywhere is to start with the food.
What am I doing? Why am I here? Am I insane? Of all of the insane things I've done in this world, standing in the Neva River in St. Petersburg, in Russia, in the middle of winter, has got to be up there in the top 10.
This hardly seems the place to begin a quest for culinary inspiration. But I'm far from the craziest man out on the ice today. For this frozen wasteland is the domain of that hardiest of sportsmen, the ice fisherman. Even the bleakest parts of Russia are filled with slow-flowing, fish-filled waterways. So there's a long tradition of pulling dinner right out of the backyard.
Ice fishing explained.
Some build plastic tents to stay warm. Others just drink lots of vodka, but they all do one thing the same: sit and fish out of tiny holes in the ice.
This is not exactly the most firm footing in the world, I should point out, by the way. Oh yeah, here, look. If you look through there close enough, you can see the frozen corpse of the last TV Food Network guy to come here, kind of clawing at the underside.
I meet up with my Russian translator and guide, Zamir, who's arranged a rendezvous with 2 old salts, Vladimir and his pal Igor.
How does it get through the ice? I'd like that ice to be a lot thicker.
With little time to waste before his worms freeze to death, Vladimir baits his hook. Supposedly anything from perch to pike can be caught here, if you're lucky.
There's a 30-pound sturgeon with my name on it swimming around under there, just bursting with roe. This is interesting. This is a mark of how cold it is here, okay? He has to keep skimming the water because it crystallizes and fills up with ice. You can actually see it freezing right in front of your eyes. Oh, we got something. Right? He's got something. Very clever fish. We go. It's gonna be like this.
Before I even realize it, Vladimir pulls up his catch. Not what I expected.
Настоящая рыбалка.
As in all real situations that try men's endurance, physical and mental toughness, alcohol is involved. I think that's really kind of the point, actually. I don't know whether it's actually the fish. I think it's to get away from your family, sit out where nobody's going to bother you, and drink vodka at 11 o'clock in the morning. Cheers. To your health. Здоровья. I want to thank these gentlemen. Thank you.
Since the fish didn't seem to be biting today, Zamir and I decided it was time to move on. Not all Russians fish for an economical breakfast, and Zamir thinks he knows just the place for us.
Nice.
So, where are we going?
So the next thing on our plan is kulabyak, which is a pretty fast food piroshki place.
Piroshki. Okay, so that's what we're about to have.
That's what we're gonna have.
And now, who's going to this place? This is not a
Well,
tourist
normally
hangout.
it's the working class.
So this is a
Pretty
place that your
reasonable.
ordinary
Yeah, ordinary
office
people will
worker
go
on the way to
office
work.
during the lunch break or early morning if they miss their breakfast at home for any reason, or even late after work.
Let's eat.
Piroshki are small Russian turnovers made with a thick pastry dough. First, the dough is prepared from scratch. Then it's filled with any number of savory fillings, from meat to vegetables and cheese to sweet fruits. Then they're either fried or baked, depending on their ingredients. In the blink of an eye, they come out hot and ready to eat.
So one of each?
One of each.
Meat, fish, cabbage, and maybe you've seen one of these before. I couldn't resist, you know, giant bacon blanket. Okay, let's try the cabbage first.
Okay, so let's try that.
This is really good. I could bring this to a ball game or
Why not? Yeah.
hold up in front of the TV set with a big stack of these things.
Right. And you know, very reasonable for anyone can afford it. It's not like a real expensive something. You just
Now, let's see. This is an entirely unfamiliar object to me. I've never seen anything like this. Okay, they don't have baseball here yet, but the hot dog is here. Baseball to follow. You have all the necessary ingredients. I mean, you've got good beer, you've got hot dogs. What else do you need? That's my calling in life. After they kick me out of the kitchen and I'm blacklisted from television forever, I'm going to come here, I'm going to start a Little League team. I'll start coaching the next generation of Russian baseball players.
So after a full day in Russia, I found my footing. It's time to get back to the root of my mission and pay some respects.
Well, my first exposure to Russian food in my young life was in Provincetown. I was working with my good friend and mentor, Alexei Getmanov, a cook of Russian origin, who introduced me to a dish called kulabyak. So I asked Amir to hook me up with some kulabyak, which he did, but he will not be able to attend. So I'm going someplace I really don't know, meeting someone I also don't know, and she's gonna cook me some kulabyak, I hear. Now, my directions were down Nevsky Prospect, take the turn, first door on the right of a very recognizable landmark, and there it is. This looks like it, the doorway under the golden arches.
Right off the bat, I have an uneasy feeling. Kulabyak. It's an extremely elaborate fish pie which was made for the czars. It requires hours and hours of work to prepare. It's the Frankenstein's monster of food.
Hi, I'm Tony, Zamir's friend.
Lubia is a friend of a friend of a friend of Zamir's. Because kulabyak is so elaborate, she's the only person Zamir could find in all of St. Petersburg who's available to make it for me. And she volunteered to do it simply for the joy of its creation. First, she spends at least an hour making the pastry dough from scratch. Then she spends a couple more hours assembling an exhaustive list of ingredients for the filling, each of which requires its own initial preparation. Most important of these being the fish, which is the main ingredient. Finally, in another hour, she lays out the dough and layers all the ingredients. Fish, roe, eggs, rice and onions, chopped potatoes, scallions and spices, grapes.
Eggs,
Fish,
rice and onions, chopped potatoes, scallions and spices, rice and onions, eggs, chopped potatoes, roe, egg.
Finally, she seals it and puts it in the oven for another couple of hours.
This took a little longer than I anticipated. And it's a little big. I don't think I can finish that.
And I see for beverage, oh yeah, big surprise here. After 5 hours, I'm finally served the kulabyak. Has anyone ever heard of water in this country? Unfortunately, I no longer have an appetite. Not only am I without an appetite, I'm without company. Well, I'm alone. I don't have to watch my table manners. Lubia has gone out, but when she returns to see me off, she's going to expect a large dent in the kulabyak after all her work, and I don't want to disappoint her. But something's wrong. This is not as flaky and delicate as I seem to recall. This is going to be a long night. Maybe a little vodka to wash it down. I'm beginning to get the idea why Zamir couldn't make it. I wonder if the Tsars were this lonely. After a rough night alone, battling jet lag and kulabyak, a dish the Russians could keep, frankly, I'm feeling a little under the weather. And in Russia, that's saying something. Zamir has promised me a special day that he claims will recoup my body and my palate. It begins with a trip to the banya, a traditional Russian bathhouse. There's a little more to a banya than sweating in a towel. Okay, so it's about close to 0 degrees. It's real cold. We're on a frozen lake, and we're about to get healthy Russian style. As I understand it, I'm going to sit in a sauna and get nice and hot. Then I'm going to have some nice Russian appetizers, a little vodka,
And beer.
maybe beer, a little more heat, and then, if I get this straight, I'm going to run out on this railing here, and I'm going to jump into that.
Definitely. It's gonna like,
Okay, and that's gonna make me really healthy.
yeah, you'll be the healthiest man I ever met.
Okay. I think this could be a television first.
It's a real thing.
Okay, make sure I write a last will and testament before this.
Yeah.
I'm guessing significant shrinkage here. All right, I can do that. No problem. A Russian banya is not your local YMCA. It's something more akin to a spa experience that's come to embody a very specific set of bathing rituals. Banyas have been around for centuries and are as much a part of weekly life for Russians as going to the gym is for an American. They say there's a level of cleanliness and health that can only be achieved by visiting a banya. The first part of the banya ritual is to warm up in the sauna, then hit the steam room. Heat. Snacks will be here. Essential ingredient over here. It's going to take a hell of a lot of this to get me in the into the pool. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Good luck to us.
Woo! After about 30 minutes roasting at 200 degrees Fahrenheit in the banya steam room, Zamir and I are getting a little hungry.
Ooh, kind of hot.
Oh, that looks good.
Na zdrowie. Na zdrowie. Будем здоровы.
Turns out that in Russia, drinks and food can be part of the sauna experience.
Just smell it, you know, it really gives you some kind of understanding.
Oh, that's good. Some smoked meat, some country bread, some smoked... What kind of fish is that?
Lish. That's the Russian one. I'm not sure whether you have any analog of that. Take all the insides out, and it's ready to go.
Oh, that is good.
Just you have to really enjoy it, you know. Take this tiny bit, do it like this, you know. Probably, you know, when your salt gets out in the steam,
Right.
kind of compensate the shortage of it with the fish
Right.
product.
The banya keeps getting better and better. Olga arrives for what I'm told is a relaxing and purifying massage.
I'd like to use the branches of birch for special message, special Russian message.
Yeah, special message, all right. Something like, we have ways of making you talk. Some aside, they dip tree branches in water and beat the crap out of you with them. It actually wasn't so bad at first.
Then it may be more strong if you want.
No, a little bit more strong is fine.
Special for gentlemen. now resting.
Okay. Thank you. I know women who get paid like $700 an hour to do that to rich guys in New York. No problem. So far, so good. All right, I can do this.
It's time for the moment of truth. No trip to this banya is complete without a dip in the lake.
So far, so good. Oh. All right. Okay. Not so far, so good. Ah, my jaw's frozen. All your pores shrink up real tight. I think I have about 30 seconds. Okay, my feet are sticking to the pavement. Just starting to feel it on my feet. I'll let you know when I feel it. I like this lifestyle, I'm telling you. I could do this. I could have one of these in my backyard if I lived up here. Do this, a few times a week.
Yeah.
How long have people been doing this, jumping into ice water? For hundreds of years.
Zamir and I end up hanging around for a few hours, just chilling out. But when the smoked fish runs out and the sun hits the horizon, Zamir reminds me that we have reservations to keep.
Zamir, you've been dunking me in ice water here. You've been whacking me with sticks. You've been feeding me working class food. You know what? I want a really fancy, high-end meal. I want to eat like the czars ate.
The caviar, right?
I want caviar.
Good.
Let's go.
Русский restaurant.
Oh!
Ruski restaurant is haute cuisine, top-of-the-line specialty dining that unfortunately most Russians would not be able to afford. But I want to experience the full range of what St. Petersburg has to offer. And what better way to kick things off than with a few glasses of the good stuff?
Homemade vodka with horseradish, which is to be followed by cucumber juice. На здоровье. Здоровье.
This vodka and horseradish packs quite a punch. So I'm hoping the cucumber juice will put out the fire.
Really interesting. It's like pickling brine for... Not from a dill pickle, but from, those green, fresher pickles that you've probably seen in the deli. Also, you drink this straight without the vodka beforehand, you're thinking not a good thing. Together, they're spectacular. It's kind of like sweating it out in a sauna and then jumping into an ice cold lake. Either one of them by themselves is probably not a great idea, but together they feel really good.
Now I know why they drink so much vodka in Russia. It's something to do while you wait, which seems to be all the time. Something tells me this time it'll be worth it. After a couple of shots of Ruski restaurant's homemade vodka, Zamir and I are ready for some roughage.
Okay, we're hitting the salad bar. I have to tell you, I'm deeply suspicious of salad bars. I hate the whole concept.
All right, no iceberg lettuce and synthetic bacon bits here. There's cabbage and mint, turnips and olive oil, marinated beans and parsley, wild mushrooms and potatoes, pickled beets and herring salad.
My mother will be very proud of me when she sees this. She still calls me and says, are you eating any vegetables? Do you ever eat a salad? And now, mostly meat, cheese, and liquor, Mom.
Not to mention pure pork fat, which Russians call
Sala.
Can't believe I'm eating straight fat. It's good. Glad we shot the sauna scene already. Let's put it that way. After this meal, I'm gonna look like Paul Prudhomme. I'm gonna be zipping around my kitchen on a little scooter.
Back in the kitchen, the chef is fixing me up a sterlet, a relative of the sturgeon. This is what I was hoping to catch out on the ice yesterday morning. After a dousing with lemon juice and his special spices, he broils it, gives it a liberal basting, and turns it into a work of art.
Spectacular. Look at that. Sterlet with what looks like pickled plums, maybe? Oh, yeah. It's completely boned out.
That's really good. As wonderful as this meal has been, I'm really only after one thing: caviar, and lots of it.
I think that caviar is one of those things, you best gorge on it. You should eat it with your hands. You should eat too much of it. You should be fully aware of the fact that this is not something you do every day.
Caviar, or fish eggs, are usually served with a variety of garnishes, like blini, small yeast-raised pancakes.
Okay, first of all, this has got to be the sexiest looking thing ever. Big, fluffy blini. Onion, egg white,
Yep.
egg yolk.
I think so.
I'm a purist, meaning, really, what do I like? I like the caviar, I like the blini.
All of this other tchotchkes I can do without.
So as I'm shoveling down the caviar, the waitress informs Amir that there's a little problem, a slight oversight on our part. Try to picture this happening in New York. Your waitress coming over to you and saying, you know, we don't think you've had enough to drink.
That's right. I love this country. Zamir, you rock.
From frozen lakes to fast food to the finest restaurants around, I'm starting to understand where Alexei's passion for food came from. Simple foods, always prepared in interesting ways, prepared with care that taste delicious. And that's enough for me to make a return trip.
Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pate, frisée, 2 green salads.
Okay, man, it's up here.
Lamb chops, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose. There are 8 million people in New York City. Every day they have to eat, and someone has to cook for them. My name is Tony Bourdain.
I've been in the restaurant business for 28 years. About 20 of those as a chef. I started as a dishwasher. I've been a line cook, a prep drone, a good cook, a bad cook, a good person and a bad person. I'm a changed person from the way I used to be.
And every morning, starting at 8 a.m., I'm the executive chef at Les Halles Brasserie in New York City.
In New York, the chances of success in a restaurant business, well, the odds are stacked against you. My personal logo, spanking new chef's whites. You know, this is the big leagues. These are my babies, right here. I have suspicions I saw a suckling pig being tied up the other day. I suspect I'll need this. It's a very capricious, very fickle, very fast-moving public, very sophisticated. They demand not only the best, but different. Oh, isn't he cute? What drives you to do this every single day? I don't know, you love it. Seeing how many things you can make at the same time. Over here, I'm working the beef for the braised dough of beef. Over here, we have tomato concassé working. Over there, sauce poivre reducing. And in here, our little friend, the boned-out baby pig. Maybe you recognize him from such films as Babe, Pig in the City, and Babe, The Revenge. Cooks have traditionally been slaves from Roman times up until the mid-1800s. So far, I have found that all line cooks share the same sense of being outsiders, degraded, beaten down, underappreciated. Many of us have messy, dysfunctional, chaotic lives outside of the kitchen, but inside the kitchen we have the only order, the only structure in our life. What time were you supposed to be here today?
10:30.
10:30. What time is it now?
10:45.
Do you own a watch? Should I buy you a watch?
That's okay.
Apparently you have some problem telling time. Yeah, I think the removal of at least a digit, just to show that you recognize your transgressions.
Okay, maybe I'm busting Opie's chops, but when I was 17, I was sliding down the same slippery slope of insolence.
The way I've lived my life, I am on bonus round now. I ran out of points a long time ago.
I'd probably be scooping mashed potatoes in Attica right now if it wasn't for my first summer in Provincetown. Recently, I went back and confronted my shady past. Yeah, baby, summer 1974, Provincetown, Massachusetts.
Salt air, sea breeze, promises of New England clam chowder, squid stew, Maine lobsters, local scallops. It's all that good New England seashore stuff.
I stumbled into town a penniless 17-year-old without a clue what to do with my life.
That's where my long and checkered career began, right there.
Getting a job washing dishes to pay the rent, I was quickly impressed by the line cooks.
I wanted to drink as much free liquor as they got. I wanted to as many waitresses as they did. I wanted to be able to steal whole sirloin strips and load up my freezer with frozen shrimp just like they did. You know, it was exactly what you look for as a teenager. To walk into a bar with a posse of smelly cooks around you and have the room hush slightly. You were a tough guy. You could knock out 300 meals, stand in a hot kitchen, crank out fried fish and steamed lobsters for hordes of hungry tourists, and it was a ready-made excuse to behave badly in every other part of your life. I thought, boy, if this is the life that chefs lead, that looks pretty good to me.
My first big break came from working the line at Ciro and Sal's Italian restaurant. Ciro and Sal serves all your favorite Italian standards, from fettuccine alfredo to ossobuco. But with the added plus of their New England seashore location, they also serve a wide variety of fresh fish and seafood dishes, all cooked in the Italian way, of course. But nevertheless, I have my own personal favorite.
Alla marsala with an olio sauce.
Veal marsala.
Grazie.
Marsala is a velvety meat sauce which gets its robust flavor from the Italian wine of the same name.
You know, old school veal dish, you know, I've seen it in a million Italian restaurants. Why did I order it? Because I thought it was very cool when I came here. They used to do this thing, they'd saute the veal in one pan. Then they deglaze the pan. But they would have sometimes four empty pans set on burners down the stove, preheated, super hot. So to quick reduce the sauce, they would go. And then quickly poured from pan to pan, hissing and splattering as it would move from one pan to the other, cooking down ultra quick. It was a very flashy move. It impressed the hell out of me.
As a drug-addled 17-year-old, I could barely crack an egg.
I came over here and worked besides a huge grill man who was really good at his job. Now, here's the thing. I believe that he is now the chef here. I'm afraid I'm going to go in the kitchen and say, oh, you little screw-up. I got my ass kicked in this kitchen so badly. So let's reenact this. The year was 1974, 75, yes, right? Yeah. Presumably, I'm supposed to be helping out. And everybody's screaming. I don't even understand the names of these dishes. Like, what's the note? What's the masala? Ossobuco. What is that? I don't know. And so I remember just standing here, just doing this thing, you know, like... And of course, you're making all the right moves.
You pretty much took care of the fryer layer and a little bit of the oven.
You're being way too nice. I was so useless. I was so useless.
I didn't say you did a great job. Right. I think you took care of it.
Now, as I remember it, I burned myself, right? And I asked you for burn cream.
Oh, my God.
Suddenly, the noisiest kitchen in the world became the silentest kitchen in the world.
And now look at you, the big-time chef, huh?
Well, in a lot of ways, I owe it all to you. If I hadn't been so utterly humiliated by my uselessness that night, I mean, I could have ended up, you know, sticking up liquor stores. I mean, you know, you put me on the straight and narrow. If things go sour for me with all this TV nonsense, I'll be looking for my fry job back.
All right, come on back.
Now, what would I have become had I not become a cook? I'm sure tragedy would have ensued. In fact, if there's any part of me that's good and decent and organized and exhibits the qualities that generally parents approve of, strangely enough, I learned all of those things in the restaurant business.
At around noon at Leal, we always get a lunch rush.
Good. Okay, guys, we have a steak frites mussel, direct.
In a restaurant kitchen, the day has a distinct rhythm. The major periods are the lunch and dinner rushes. Within each rush, there are smaller divisions of fast and slow as the dining room turns over.
The adrenaline generator, I mean, apparently joggers get some sort of a kick, like after they jog every day, they get hooked on it. It's much the same way. You get hooked on generating a few bursts of adrenaline like this every single day.
But wannabes, beware. This is no walk in the park.
You better be at a high pitch for this. I lose my shit for 1 minute. These guys wait an extra 30 minutes to get their food. no matter how good a job, we do today, we're going to have to do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and forever.
One of the things that keeps me from crashing and burning is a firm foundation in the basics.
I'm classically trained in the sense that I went to the best cooking school in the country and was trained by a procession of very old school French, Austrian, Swiss, Italian, and German chefs. The world has changed a lot since those times. The school I went to has changed a lot. It's a whole different world up there. Everything is good, all caught up.
Recently, I was invited back to my alma mater to visit with students and staff. CIA, the Culinary Institute of America. This is the Harvard and West Point of cooking schools, all rolled into one. Located on its own facility in upstate New York, this is a self-contained compound that offers a disciplined and exhaustive education in the culinary arts, as well as the restaurant business. My first stop is to visit the actual classroom where I did many of my kitchen exercises.
How do you do, Chef?
Nice to meet you. Out of Borsich.
How do you do? I was in this kitchen in 1975, I think, yeah.
Do we have a quick lineup, please, ladies and gentlemen? So every morning, I start out class this way. This is the lineup. I greet every one of them individually, shake their hands, give them an inspection, make sure their shoes are shined, make sure their hats are on straight, the whole 9 yards, get them geared up for their professional day. And perhaps the class would like to say a few words to our guest chef here, Mr. Anthony Bourdain.
Thank you.
This guy is definitely a food drill sergeant. He doesn't faze me. We had guys like him back when I attended CIA. What surprises me are the students. These aren't the farm boys, bedwetters, flunkouts, and criminal miscreants that attended CIA in '75. These students mean business. So I decided to lighten things up a bit.
I'll confess something. I used to cheat in this class. I remember I used to have 6.5 hours to come up with a strong stock. They should have given me a full pat down. I was smuggling in little packets of Miner's chicken base. So maybe the X-ray machine will be in place tomorrow.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, and thank you very much, guys.
I decided to drop into a class down the hall where they're actually learning how to make stocks.
Chef, I'd like to get you started maybe with a jacket and a hat.
I could do that.
As usual here.
All right, got my coffee filter on. First time in 23 years. Don't quote me.
To most people who even know what it is, stock may seem like a pretty simple or boring thing to focus on in a cooking school like this. But on the contrary, stock is the fundamental ingredient in a significant majority of soups, sauces, and recipes.
Now, what stocks are coming out of this class today again?
All right, we make chicken stock every day, we make a brown veal stock every day, we make a white beef stock every day.
Stock is made by gently simmering the bones and meat of animals or fish, along with vegetables, spices, and occasionally wine.
The first day, we talk about that this class focuses on these stocks and the importance of them. If you don't have a good stock, you're not going to have a good finished product. No. You're not going to have a good rice.
In fact, a bad stock will ruin your finished product. You've killed the thing in its crib already. You see a lot of stock crimes out in the world. Unpeeled carrots, unpeeled onions, letting stocks get bitter, overboiling them. Well, there are a lot of things that can go wrong with stock.
How many hours is that?
6 hours.
So the veal stock cooks 6 hours. All right, good. The oven's on yet? Oh, no. Get those ovens on.
It's easy to, especially when you're talking about stocks and basics, it's easy to start veering slowly off the course. What separates great chefs from decent chefs? The guys who never waver, and are basically making stocks the right way their whole life, continuously and relentlessly. Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you.
While some things never seem to change,
What is to happen?
the future of culinary school definitely has.
When I told my parents, Mom, Dad, I want to be a chef. And I want to go to cooking school. I want to go to the Culinary Institute of America. I mean, they were about as happy about that as if I'd announced at the dinner table, Mom, Dad, I want to be an arsonist. Now, wealthy parents are cheerfully sending their kids off to culinary school and bragging about it as an honorable profession.
That is, at least until I get my hands on them when they graduate. Hey, maybe I should go and see the dean about a teaching position. As Leal kicks into the evening shift, I'm replaced at the sauté station and switch over to expediting.
What does an expediter do? He makes sure that the food comes up at the same time and gets out to the right table at the right time. You got a calamari working? You're the best. Come on, Elvis, move. I want to smell hair burn.
Being a chef is an all-right brain. In fact, a large part of the job is managerial.
Oh, no. Donde? Hold it. All right, throw out the olives. I want all new ones.
There are only a few hours left in the day, but the dinner rush is always the toughest part.
Vol au vent, endive salad, green salad, followed by 2 lamb chops, veal paillard, anglais, 2 faux filets, green salad, followed by filet. Oh, see, this is ugly.
Usually it's about this time that I start fantasizing about going postal on my dining room.
Look at this dude. No butter, no butter, but they want extra béarnaise. I mean, what the is the matter with these stuttering? No butter. What the hell do you think béarnaise is? Béarnaise is like egg yolks and butter.
The one thing that always keeps me from going over the edge is my fear and reverence for one man, a man who taught me everything I know about managing a kitchen. He's the man I like to call Bigfoot. Every now and again, I like to touch base with the master in order to keep myself properly aligned. Bigfoot is a legend in the lower Manhattan restaurant business.
This whole neighborhood is Bigfoot territory. He owned and ran 3 places that I know of, all within a few block area of here.
The man has, shall we say, a reputation. He's the godfather. He rules his establishments with an iron fist.
Haven't worked for the man in 10 years, but the guy's still screwing with my head. That's the kind of management I like and admire.
Bigfoot always had an uncanny ability of being aware of the most intimate details of everything happening in his restaurants.
Time to see my longtime mentor, my original mentor, the man I refer to as Bigfoot.
I think you should call me Mr. Bigfoot. Or Mr. Foot.
Anytime anyone in the biz needs to self-reflect, they always value Bigfoot's counsel.
Your Eminence, do sit down. Lady, when did I walk in the door first into your restaurant?
Maybe we met in 76, 7?
Generations of bartenders, cooks, waiters, busboys, managers have gone through your various operations. What were my strengths and weaknesses as a line cook for you?
In all honesty, the people that succeeded the most in any of my organizations, I think you would characterize as real smart guys.
I was looking for an answer like, your soups were really good, Tony.
No, your soups were not so good, if memory serves. And you were fun to have around all the time.
So I wouldn't be the go-to guy if you were looking for, some spectacular new, break new ground in cuisine. I probably wouldn't be the guy you'd call.
That thought has never crossed my mind.
But you happen to have one really staggeringly talented cook under your roof for a while who helped me a lot in later years.
Yeah, he certainly could. He certainly could put the food on the plate. He didn't have a clue about the management, which is, as you know, as much a part of the chef's job as the food is. I can't look back and say to you that it was your soups or anything like that. I can't remember back for that far, but the thing that springs to mind first and foremost was the fact that you always took care of it. You have to be able to depend upon your people.
Like all wise mentors, Bigfoot always knows how to level criticism constructively. He always seemed to know just what you were thinking. I wonder if all those stories were true.
I can't disclose that.
Okay, this is getting creepy. I'm getting out of here.
Hey, thanks very much for your time.
It's always good to see you. When you're back around, you'll stop in and say hello.
Always.
See ya.
Special fish, filet, direct.
The one thing I definitely learned from Bigfoot is that management skills in the kitchen are key. It's ironic when you consider how screwed up I used to be.
Oh yeah, and the ability to cook. That would be a good thing also. But I would say it comes after. I mean, the other qualities are more important, and this is something that most people miss.
Of course, a good chef also knows when to give a little slack, especially to himself.
I'm committing a felony. Hey, don't look.
After 14 hours at Leal, my day is winding down. The dinner rush is at its final death throes.
Everything's good? Pace is fine? Good. After this, no problem. Nothing, right?
At the end of the day, when your energy starts to fail, it's less about the individual than the group camaraderie that pulls you down that final stretch.
Listen, it's really, really important to me that you have a good night. Thank you. Because I care about you.
Finally, my shift comes to an end. The Earth has completed 2/3 of a revolution. But do I want to go home? Not on your life.
Maybe a couple of cocktails, talk to some other chefs.
Most of the time, I just grab a few beers with the crew. But once or twice a week, well, I want to go where everybody knows my name. Bellevue Bar.
How are you? Dolly.
The owner of Bellevue Bar is my really good friend, Tracy Westmoreland.
This is the back room, the sort of secret back room of Bellevue Bar. You always get a good crowd of people who are in the industry, and they always know they can drop by one of Tracy's places late at night and get treated really, really well and behaves really, really badly.
You never know who'll show up, but tonight's cast of characters includes Drew Nieperent, owner of Nobu, Philippe Roussel, chef at Park Bistro, and Scott Bryant, chef at Veritas.
What we all seem to want to do after work is hang out with other people from the restaurant business who just did what we did and talk shop. You know, you need to hang around with people of your own kind and commiserate.
Yeah, I'm being by the Department of Environmental Protection.
What did you do?
The violation, $1,750. We could hear the music on the street. And meanwhile, if you come up 9th Avenue right now, they're burning tar. You know, I wake up till drilling, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm playing music, and they can hear it on the street. And $1,750 fine.
In 1974, 75, when I was at formerly Joe's working with Bigfoot, someone called up the EPA and claimed that they'd seen Andy's employees dumping fryer-laker grease into the sewer grate outside the street, which of course we hadn't done.
We all have the same hours. We all suffer to varying degrees from the same forces. After work, we want to hang out, get drunk, eat generally raw fish or, humble soul food type stuff.
$1,000 worth of Toro sushi, man, right here.
Oh, man, you did well. What do you got here?
Foie gras.
Oh, excellent.
We take real pleasure in each other's misfortune without holding it against each other. I mean, that's the way it is.
There's a grim pride in cranking out a lot of food, especially when you're 44 years old. To do an evening of 250 dinners and keep up with the kids, there's nothing like that. Then I'm on top of the world. I mean, it's an enormously powerful, evocative medium of food. I don't ever get tired of it.
I wonder what I'll serve for tomorrow's special.
Welcome to my world.
2 escargot, pate, frisée, 2 green salads.
Okay, Manny here.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I am looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose. Scotland is a fiercely rugged and independent country. From city to rural, highlands to lowlands, windswept moors to brooding skies, Scottish food is no less engaging.
What are the Scottish famous for? Well, actually, they're famous for all the wrong things. Heavy, horrible fried food, lots of meat, astonishingly large breakfasts. However, Scotland, in fact, has increasing numbers of really talented young chefs. So we'll be eating well here. But of course, we're going to eat some of that nasty fried food, too, because I love that stuff.
So I'm off to Glasgow to visit my friend Simon, a true Glaswegian who's going to give me a bit of a culinary awakening.
You doing all right, yeah?
You know those Marlboro ads? That's me.
What we're going to do, we're going to go to a bar that's got the best Guinness in Scotland, which is not as good as Dublin, but it's pretty bloody good. And we'll have a few pints there, and we'll get some chippies.
Quick translation. We're going to grab some beer and food. Simon tells me the Glaswegian breakfast can often start with a pint.
Breakfast.
How you doing? 2 pints of Guinness, please, Caroline.
Is there anything more beautiful?
I don't think so.
This is brain food. This ensures the thinking of only great thoughts for the rest of the day. Cheers.
Slange.
After a couple of pints, I'm ready for some Glaswegian specialties.
Oh, that is truly a thing of wonder. Time for breakfast, right?
Yeah, time for breakfast.
We're in the center of the deep-fried universe.
Yeah.
I want batter-fried thingies.
Thingies. Well, what we're probably getting is a deep-fried marshmallow, deep-fried pizza. Pickled egg! Have you ever had a pickled egg? Deep-fried?
Yes. No, not deep-fried.
Oh, neither have I.
Got a lot of people dropping dead from heart disease around here?
It's a big killer. But
Yeah.
you know what? Tonga's #1.
Oh, what's the problem?
I don't know. I don't know what the Tongans are doing.
So you're behind the Tongans?
I need to sort it out.
What are they eating in Tonga?
I don't know, but I need to go there. University Cafe, this is a really old chip shop. It's tremendous. These guys know what they're doing.
We all have national idiosyncrasies. Scotland's is deep frying just about everything. First, a nod to tradition. A classic fish and chips, deep fried haddock.
Look at how fresh it is. The batter's fantastic. You've got to get a good bit of salt on it. You can smell the vinegar already.
Yeah, malt vinegar.
Oh, yeah. Look, you really got to douse it.
Oh, that's really good.
What's the vinegar doing for you?
Beautiful counterpoint to the fish. Gives a little bite, salt, it's right there.
The vinegar just gets me going. I mean, the smell of it. I could eat Elvis if you put vinegar on it. Honestly, deep fry the guy.
Oh, that's a big meal.
Next up, a classic, done in a very untraditional way.
What Carlo's going to do is put it in batter.
Cover that side in batter and deep fry it.
Let's try it. Only batter the cheese side. That's the industry standard. Deep fried, batter side down.
I can tell you from personal experience, when you completely change the oil and it's absolutely new, it just is not the same. It's just not as good. Perfect frying oil kind of goes like this. It's not working. Then it starts to get really, really good, and then it starts to break down, and you have to change it. So it's, it's all in one. You got it all in there. You got your chips, your fish, your deep fried Mars bars, your pizza, everything. And you know what? It just gets better and better. It's like making sherry.
That's your pizza ready?
Good. Deep fried pizza. Here's a problem. This is a hideous and horrible idea, but I could eat this. If I was drunk enough, I would eat this and like it.
Now for something sweet.
Mars bar.
For you calorie counters, the whole bar is submerged in batter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this has been approved by the FDA.
Right, what we do is we're going to have to cut it in half first. The mistake I usually make is just biting straight into it.
Right, and what happens then? Just molten lava.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm asking if they want sugar on it.
Yes. Yes.
So we're gonna saw this in half. This is it, the terrifying deep fried Mars bar. And it's good. It's really good. It's one of those great combinations. It's chocolate, it's grease, all the things you wanted. It's perfect.
That's a good one.
Now I'm ready for something uncharted.
Eggs.
You don't approve of this.
I'm leaving you as a guinea pig.
I'm not sure about this myself, but
This is how all of the great dishes were created, by the way, by bold adventurers like us, the vanguard. We're making history.
This is like putting a golf ball in a microwave oven.
It looks like a big scampi.
my granny says Holy Mary, Mother of God at these points, okay?
What would you recommend with this? Maybe a little salt?
Salt, yes.
Okay. Okay, I am not afraid. Yes.
This is great.
Yeah.
No, this is a winner too.
I think it's clear we've done magnificent work here today. We've had some extraordinary food. We have broken new ground. Yeah, I don't want everyone to think that, they're going to come here and eat nothing but fried food.
No, that's not.
But on the other hand, when you want it, you've got it.
No, we've got it when you need it. But we've also got fantastic food. Scotland's got fantastic salmon, some of the best meat in the world.
And game.
And game, fantastic.
And seafood,
game.
scallops.
Incredible seafood. So don't get the wrong impression. This is the fun stuff, but we also have fantastic food.
Right.
You're going to enjoy it.
So we're heading east to Edinburgh for Scotland's national dish. And no, it does not involve deep frying. So I'm here in Edinburgh, where Simon and I are going to dine on a Scottish delicacy.
Okay, so we're about to eat that thing
most terrifying to Americans. I mean, we're frightened of this food. And what would I be talking about?
I think you're talking about our beloved haggis.
Okay, and what's the name of this joint we're going to?
It's Dupree. It's a good place for haggis. I think you're going to enjoy this. It's pretty good.
All right, I'm there. I'm not afraid.
Scottish food, quite simply, is the best in the world.
Simon tells me Chef McWilliams makes a mean traditional haggis.
This is a traditional Scottish dish called haggis. It is made with lamb's liver, the heart and the lungs. It is also made with oatmeal, onions and lots of pepper to make it nice and spicy. Chopped up into very fine, placed in the bag, tied it on either end, and then we steam it for about an hour.
Is this actually the stomach lining here?
Yeah, it is the stomach lining, yeah.
This may sound terrifying to your standard American dining public, but this is not very different than classic French cooking. What's the first rule? Use everything. And we're talking basically all good stuff. Now, lungs don't pop up in French cooking so much, but just about every other part. Stomach, tripes, the lining, heart, definitely good stuff. It's all good, man.
It's traditionally served with bash tatties and chappet neeps.
Got a really good bit of neeps there. This is a neep, a turnip.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do for it? You're going to just...
It's just been boiled. You just boil that as you would a potato, and then you crush it as you would for mashed potatoes. Yeah. People have been eating this for, well over 200 years. There's a lot of similar dishes in Europe, but haggis, as you know it today, it started in Scotland. There's a big metal tray, 2 or 3 inches of water. The haggis is in the water, and I've sealed it with tin foil, and that's created a barrier for the steam, and for the haggis to steam away. That haggis is screaming to get out that bag.
Originally, haggis was a poor man's dish. In the old days, landowners would keep the prime cuts of the lamb to themselves. The poor layman who worked the estate was left the discarded bits. But rather than starve, the remains were chopped up, black pepper and oats were added, and they had a tasty and hearty meal. This great dish was immortalized by the Scottish poet Robert Burns.
The address to the haggis. His knife! See rustic labour dict, and cut you up where ready slicked, trenching your gushing entrails bricked, like ony ditch. And then, what a wondrous, glorious sight.
I haven't a clue what my kilted friend here is saying, but I have a sneaking suspicion that in a former life, he may have been the leather guy in the Village People.
Geeher. Haggis. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, make room.
Here we go. Neeps and tatties with your haggis. That is the only way to eat it.
Translation, turnips, potatoes.
And that is a tremendous haggis. Now you can see, I mean, this is it's a good colour, this haggis, and I mean, you can smell it, can't you? You can smell
it smells good.
Oh yeah. You can't beat that smell. It's unique. It's kind of, it's oniony and it's the oatmeal. Do you want me to serve you or do you want to do it yourself?
No, I got it. This is not a portion for 2 people. This is a big portion.
No. That, I mean, that's a whole haggis. You'd feed 4 or 5 people.
The classic combo: haggis, neeps, tatties, accompanied by a Scottish beer. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, that's good. I like this. Almost like a shepherd's pie feeling, but a little heartier and a little oatier.
This is very evocative of me going round to my granny's house and getting this. You'd always get haggis at your granny's, and it's always as good as this. It's a really good haggis. No, it really is a good haggis.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is a punchline to jokes in the States. You know, as a thing you definitely don't want to eat. It sounds terrifying.
Really?
You know what? It's good. It's really good. Well, we were missing out on a lot of good stuff.
Really good pepper. And you find that it goes really well. See with the sweetness of the turnips.
Yeah.
Magic.
I can see getting hooked on this even.
We'll have you back, definitely. I'll swap you for a Taco Bell.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
And Papa's brand new bag is full of minced heart, lungs, and liver. Simon's shown me a great time in Glasgow and Edinburgh, but now I'm moving on to the Highlands for more adventure. No trip to Scotland would be complete without a trek into the Highlands. a windswept land noted for its heather-clad valleys, rugged farmlands, and pristine rivers. I'm a guest at the Drinican Lodge, a fishing and hunting retreat located on the Carter Estate, 25,000 acres of nature's finest. I've told Roddy, the lodge's gamekeeper, all about my pending fame as a TV personality. And that I need some new digs befitting my nouveau celebrity status. And that would be the ancestral home of the Carters, a 14th century castle. I'd fit in well with these people, and I'm sure they'd welcome me warmly into the bosom of their family. There's nothing like a medieval fixer-upper with a view. And look, it's even got its own menacing hedge maze. All work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy. You know, when I get in those kooky writer block sort of moods, and I feel like, whacking Shelley Duvall with a meat axe, I always come out to the maze to relax. Red rum, honey, come home, In my moments of quiet reflection, I could take up gardening. Looks like Jennifer Lopez's thighs. I like it here, so I just put a deposit down in a, swinging new crib. Got to make a few structural changes, of course. So let's see. This will all have to be bulldozed, of course, because I need to put in the kidney-shaped pool. I've got this whole section. The razor wire will go over there. Miniature golf would be good here. Put my satellite dish up there. All the essentials. Yeah. Tony, the country squire. Now I'm ready for my first aristocratic obligation, fishing for dinner. There's a quiet, dignified elegance to fly fishing, a precise balance between man and nature. That is, of course, if you know what you're doing, which I don't. Let me watch you for a bit, I think, before I start.
Yeah. Hold it like that. Pull up, flick, punch. But all you need is you keep practicing at that. You're getting there. Up, stop, and throw the line out. Yeah, that was better now. You're getting the action of it now.
I like the zen-like stillness of this sport. Even if I remain hopelessly inept at it, I could see myself, just doing this for fun and relaxation. But it's a good thing dinner doesn't depend on my fly fishing skills. Back at the Drinican Lodge, Ruth, the in-house chef, already has dinner in the works.
Tonight we're going to have nettle soup, poacher's salmon. It's been poached from the river, not as in it's poached, cooked poached, with a whiskey cream, kale kenny.
All these dishes use ingredients from the natural surroundings of the estate. First up, wild salmon in a whiskey cream sauce, which begins with a reduced fish stock, followed by double cream, and you guessed it.
Pure Highland malt Scotch whiskey. It's the Scottish water. Scots are more keen on Scotch than they certainly are water.
All right, I didn't catch this, but I can eat it.
To tell the difference between a wild salmon, it's a squarer tail and there's nothing broken off. With a farm salmon, it's smoother. It helps if you poke your tongue out when you're doing it.
The fillets are set aside to be finished later. Next up, a soup made of stinging weeds, nettles.
We just go off picking all the nettles. The flavour is in the leaf.
Fresh ham stock is added, along with onions, potatoes, some wild garlic, and a few bay leaves.
Put 3 in because it gives it a good flavour.
Once the nettles are cooked, the sting is eliminated. Meanwhile, the salmon is pan-seared and doused with olive oil, then topped with the zest of lemon.
And then we're going to leave that and finish it off last minute in the oven.
The nettle soup is pureed and finished off with cream.
Finish it off with a little...
A sprig of wild garlic and basil oil for garnish, and first course is served.
Thank you.
Tonight, I have the privilege of dining with Isabella Carter, the lady of the estate.
This place is the best. That's what
The soup is incredible. It's peppery and creamy. The nettles give it a real bite. The salmon's up next. The fillets are placed on top of kale kenny.
This is kale kenny. You get turnips, curly kale, potato, a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter, salt and pepper.
On goes the whiskey cream sauce. Then the dish is finished with a drizzling of Langostino oil. This is really fine salmon.
It's delicious.
Here's the difference between wild salmon and farm-raised salmon.
This tastes like something that was swimming just a while ago. Farm-raised salmon tastes like cardboard or styrofoam.
The salmon is a proper wild beast.
Yeah.
Caged in a small, confined area, all slithering up against each other, thrashing about in the water.
So here's the skinny. Wild salmon, freshly pulled from a Scottish river, doesn't compare to the stuff you get in supermarkets, and for that matter, most restaurants. I'm ready to go forward into nature. Tomorrow, we go hunting.
Yeah, I think I could do those things. What are we about to do?
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to go across the river. We're going to walk some rough ground and hopefully shoot some rabbits.
So American viewing audiences will see me shooting in the general direction of a rabbit. I hope to bring honor to my clan.
Now, I'm not much of a hunter, but I'm also not a hypocrite. Meat does not start out shrink-wrapped at your local supermarket.
Looking for that wascally rabbit.
Quite a lot of rabbits around. Look out.
I don't know how Bugs Bunny survived 132 episodes.
Well done. That was a good shot.
Salmi de lapin. That's dinner. This was bittersweet. Contrary impulses. But I'm glad I did it today. Now I know where rabbits come from.
And I know where this one's going. Straight into Ruth's kitchen.
Today, what I'm going to do is just make like a poacher's stew. It contains all the things that a poacher could go and poach, i.e. rabbit, and lots of different vegetables and fresh herbs grown on the estate. A real dish of the earth.
The rabbit is removed from the marinade of red wine, herbs, and vegetables.
Right.
Which is then put on the burner to reduce.
This is the loin here. I'll be pan frying this off just to seal in the juices of the meat. If you put too much meat in the pan, you get too much juice and it won't make it go brown. It will steam it and almost poach it, which is no good. Rabbit's okay now. And I'm going to put some red wine in here, which is what you call deglazing the pan. And that removes all the lovely meat juices, the rabbit juices that are stuck to the bottom of the pan, straight into our rabbit. Then you've not lost any goodness or flavour.
Into the rabbit go leeks and mushrooms and cabbage.
Gives it a good richness and a lovely colour. We strain our stock straight into the rabbit. And then I'm going to let that braise down for a couple of hours. We put our lid on. And off we go.
The lodge staff and I are off to a small fishing hut for poacher's stew al fresco.
So, I've had a hard day of senseless bloodletting, and but it looks like it's all been worthwhile.
Yep, c'est ça. You've got a poacher's stew here, which is rabbit and venison, which you've been seeing cooking earlier. We've got some crushed new potatoes.
Oh, yes.
Ayrshire ham. And we've got our local Scottish cheeses and homemade bread. So, bon appetit.
Thank you. Smells wonderful. This is great. And this is my idea of, you know, a proper dining room. You know, even most good restaurants in New York, you're staring at a wall.
Is that it?
Yeah, sure. It's really good. These are chunks of venison, so tender. We've added it at the last second.
Didn't cook it at all. Just put it in and let the sauce cook it.
Oh, really?
Because you can eat it raw.
And just pulls in all that sauce and comes up perfect. It's just really classic old school hunter style. Nature's cool. Good food, great company, good wine, and a view. That's about as good as it gets.
From Glasgow to Edinburgh to the Highlands, this is about as good as it gets. Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pâté, frisé.
2 green salads.
Okay, man, it's what's here.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose. New Orleans, Louisiana. So finally, here I am. All that famous Southern hospitality.
Aren't you Tony Bourdain?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
I knew it. I told my agent New Orleans was a bad idea.
My whole life, you gotta understand, people have been saying to me, how do you like New Orleans? Assuming, of course, that as a chef, I've been here before. And I'm deeply, deeply ashamed to say that this is the first time at age 46 that I've been here. Is there a more important city traditionally in American culinary history, a more vibrant, diverse, and influential? Probably not. Count 1. Count 2. What do I know about Cajun and Creole cuisine? Not that much. Third reason, I've said some unpleasant things about the man who's perhaps New Orleans' favorite, most respected, and beloved son. Well, you know who he is. He's a chef, let's put it that way.
You said some mean things about him?
Yeah.
That's for talking bad about Emerald.
I'm getting the message I should get the hell out of Dodge for a while.
Hey, you read that sign? Man, get the hell on away from here. What's the matter with you? Get somewhere else.
I don't know whether I'm ready to plunge right into the center of town yet.
Besides, one thing I'm not interested in is the whole French Quarter thing. No beads, no boobs, and no Bourbon Street. I want to check out the culinary margins. So I decide to head out into the sticks. I've heard about this kooky Cajun, Wild Bill, who lives out on the bayou cooking alligators. Hey, I've been to Cambodia, so it sounds fine by me. Gator. Gator, gator, gator. Fried gator, smothered gator, skewered gator, gator gumbo. Hell, they'll probably make you a peanut butter and gator sandwich if you ask for it. But the name of this place is Zam's Swamp Tours. So before I can lift a fork, I find myself on a boat. Why do I always end up on boats in this show?
My taste for reptiles is well established over time, so I thought it only appropriate that before I delve into the mysteries and delights of central New Orleans, get up close and personal with some big reptiles. The words "taste like chicken" will never come up on this show, I promise.
My guide is Wild Bill himself. And as we get underway, he asked me if I've ever tasted alligator.
You know, I don't think I have.
It tastes like chicken.
I was waiting for somebody to say that.
It actually is a meaty taste. It's not like fish or anything. Back in around the 70s, alligators was on the verge of going extinct.
And that was it. Wild Bill started talking about alligators.
In the crocodilian family, you have 4 species.
And talking.
Between the tip of the nose and the eye, every inch is a foot.
And talking.
Notice the teeth are pointed. Our teeth are flat. We chew out foot. That teeth are pointed. You feel this? That's all bone.
I know a lot more about my dinner than I needed to know.
As we press on, I'm beginning to feel like Chief Brody in Jaws. You know, setting out in search of the elusive beast with the crazy captain. The afternoon sun is blazing.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen any alligators yet. They're not scared of anything.
I'm beginning to get the strange sensation I'm being watched.
Dump a body out here, it's never fine.
My dinner is out there somewhere.
There he is, Ricky. Pop back up right now. Yeah. See him? Come here, boo-boo. Come here.
You've got to be kidding me. Apparently, Wild Bill speaks alligator.
Come here, boy. The babies do that to the mama. The little ones do that when I guess they scared or they can't find their mom.
Apparently, he knows what he's talking about because the whole family shows up.
They're kind of cute.
I wish I could say no gators were harmed for the making of this episode, but hey folks, check your tuners. This ain't National Geographic.
I'm gonna be on a cooking show.
Move over, Emerald. Back on his houseboat, Wild Bill is fixing up some deep-fried gator nuggets.
Once you got your meat done, ready to go, you mix you up a little deal. What a lot of people call marinade.
What was that?
What a lot of people call marinade.
I think he said marinated.
I use mustard, hot sauce, more for flavor, okay? I like cayenne pepper. We said, you know, when you stick out a finger like that, get everything stirred up good, and you grab that meat, just like that.
I'm thinking bam.
And put them in your fish fry. If you don't have fish fry, flour's okay. You want your grease hot, you know? It's propane, you got butane, you got natural gas.
Bill.
I had my curtains hanging down here like that with that fire like that, man. I said I want to burn the house down, you know? Children, don't try this at home. All right? Drop them on in. Basically, just like frying fish, frying chicken.
You read about those things in the papers. Budding TV Food Network host Anthony Bourdain's incinerated torso was found, beset by crabs and insects in a bayou.
There we go. Finally, the nuggets are done. And I gotta say, they aren't bad.
Oh, that is good. That is good.
Golden brown crust, dip in a cayenne pepper sauce. It's rep-delicious.
Fried gator nuggets.
Fried gator.
Real good. I hate to say it tastes like chicken. It's such a cliche, but it is chickeny.
I tried.
I like Wild Bill. He's my kind of people. Today's near-death experience was just what I needed to get my priorities straight. After saying my goodbyes, I head out into the night to thumb a ride. New Orleans, here I come, ready or not. Back in town, I start the new day in a full-bore flop sweat.
I am freaking hot. I could go for a frosty, freezy, something icy, something cold. I need to refrigerate my brain, and quick.
Hanson Snowballs sounds promising.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I need something to air condition my brain. I'm hot.
You want a snowball to cool you off?
Yeah, that's
I'll make
good.
one right quick.
Suddenly, a block of ice is pulled out and loaded like a cannonball into a heavy steel chamber. And with a flip of a switch, ice shoots out of what looks like antique ductwork. Do they have a permit for this thing? There's ice flying everywhere, even the old woman's hair.
This is really like NASA recovered this and floating in outer space. It's unearthly. It's lighter than air.
The frosty ice cup is drenched in the homemade syrup. I order pink lemonade.
Yeah, I make those. I make all the flavors myself. I don't give customers nothing I don't eat myself.
For the last step, the snowball is topped off with sweetened condensed milk.
This is really good. I never had anything like it. It's not sorbet. It's not granita. It's not Italian ice. It's not ice cream. Something else going on here.
What's their secret? Maybe NASA is involved. Or is it the machine?
I just spent $5,000 for the latest state-of-the-art sorbet machine from Switzerland, and this is a lot better.
Maybe it's the 63 years the Hansons have been in business together.
When we first started out to open the shop, we were selling like that in 39 for 2 cents in scoops.
Whatever their secret, the Hansons have made me feel welcome.
So, hi, little girl, what flavor are you eating?
Oh, that's for being mean to Emerald.
You gotta love a town with 24-hour bars. But you gotta love a town even more for having places we can not only drink, but wash your clothes. I woke up this morning reeking of burning grease and gator fluid. And I'll tell you, I could really go for a little mid-afternoon cocktail
a nice clean batch of laundry. Checkpoint Charlie's. Yo, hi, how you doing? Can I have a Maker's Mark? Laundry this way?
Yeah, all the way back to the back.
Oof, these things smell like alligator. This is very convenient. Nobody likes an alcoholic with filthy clothes.
You look familiar.
Yep.
You ever see this jerk on the Food Network who travels around the world?
Oh, the guy with the bad teeth?
Yeah.
Skinny guy? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, I hate that guy.
Kick this up a notch.
Oh, gee, God, Daddy. Oh.
Mmm, fresh as a daisy. And I'm hungry. I need a mid-afternoon snack. In fact, I need a substantial mid-afternoon snack. Something that speaks directly to my soul. Something like soul food. What else? Ham hocks, black-eyed peas, fried chicken, collard greens, and cornbread. Soul food is traditional African-American fare from the South, said to be good for the soul. And that's definitely the case at the Harbor Restaurant. Hi, I'm Tony.
Tony, okay.
Ham hocks are good. You know what? Is that greens in there? Hopefully with plenty of pot liquor in there.
And the bean.
Oh, yeah. And maybe some cornbread also. Don't be fooled by the cafeteria-style service. This stuff is so good. What do they say down here? It makes you want to smack your mama. Beautiful thing. You might not find many tourists at the harbor, but it's the kind of place you'll find me at time and time again. It's pure comfort food. I think I'll have mine al fresco.
Little ham hock, greens, rice. Best part, pot liquor from the greens. Nectar of the gods. Drink that. That's pot liquor, son. That's the stuff that dreams are made of. Oh, the greens alone worth the price of admission. And the best part, when I'm done, my laundry will be fresh and clean.
As evening approaches, I'm getting hungry for a quintessential New Orleans experience. A little research in a places off the beaten path pays off. Going to Giacomo. Now, one might think Jacques Imo, but in fact, it's apparently Giacomo. Sort of like I thought it was pecan, but it's actually pecan. It's so confusing down here. They told me they have a special table set up for me in the VIP section. Beyond that, I don't know nothing. Hi, how are you?
Good seeing you. Giacomo, how you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
This is the VIP section?
It's the VIP's table.
Excellent, finest kind.
Yep.
All right, I can do this. While I climb into our booth, let me fill you in. Turns out Giacomo's is one of the most swinging joints in the New Orleans local scene. And no wonder. Chef Jock Leonardi has a few aces up his sleeve, like the legendary chef Austin Leslie, the Babe Ruth, the Joe DiMaggio of fried chicken.
We had a great Creole soul food restaurant in the 60s, 70s, 80s called Chez Aline. It's a great chef. I mean, to be on that line at 67 years old is just fantastic.
I keep asking me what's good. I say it's all good. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't be here.
When I need to know something about the old recipes, which I like using, I go to Austin.
It's a family affair.
We got a great mixture of like soul food to new Creole to old Creole, just a mix, smorgasbord of New Orleans food. I call it real New Orleans food. All right. So I think we'll just start off with the appetizers, just have fun with it. Okay, this is the Alligator sausage cheesecake. This is a savory cheesecake, almost like a quiche. Gouda cheese, cream cheese, Parmesan crust, Creole country alligator sausage, and shrimp.
No problem. Oh, that's good.
This is the chicken livers. They're sauteed. Nice brown gravy, a little Worcestershire, a little soy sauce. This is a dish Austin Leslie taught me.
I love chicken livers, but this is really, that's something special.
This is our fried po' boy.
Now, what's in this? What is it?
It's almost like a Philly cheesesteak. We hollow the bread out with the meat, the cheese, the peppers, drop it in the egg wash, and flour, and then fry it up. And then everything inside just melts.
That sounds all good to me. My cardiologist might not agree, but...
Oh, that's deadly. Oh, that's really good. That's scary good.
If I die here, I'll die happy.
Is this the Godzilla and fried chicken right here, guys?
Yeah, right here. That's the soft-shell crab on top of fried green tomato. Godzilla meets fried green tomatoes. A lot of remoulade sauce.
Little kids will start crying. You bring that out to the table. There's, Mommy, it'll fall on me. And this is the legendary fried chicken. Petite portions is not the thing down here, is it?
You don't go away hungry.
Uh-huh. That is amazing. 3D. This should probably be illegal.
Illegal?
That's how good it is. So who eats here?
Well, we're mainly locals. There's a lot of great tourists that, they hunt out food. It's just great that they found me because I'm really off the beaten path.
I gotta tell you, I have serious doubts about my mobility. I don't know, I think I need a gurney to get home.
We're just gonna drive you away.
Now this is service.
We made it up the curb, dude.
As we drive off into the night, I'm thinking, New Orleans isn't such a bad town. Ah, the good life. Driving a table around New Orleans.
Yeah, this is the way to travel.
With my new friend, Chef Jacques.
Cheers.
Drinking brewskis. Talking about all the great food this town has to offer. Ah, some Cook's Tour fans. Later, Jacques hooks me up with a local after-hours scene for chefs. And I make some more new friends.
Cheers!
Cheers.
And a few more drinks. I love hanging out with other chefs, talking shop. This town is great.
Head down, sir.
Perpetrator is drunk and disorderly. 46-year-old male TV chef Anthony Bourdain. The Food Network has been notified. Over.
You're, Mr. Who? Anthony Bourdain. I got a show like on the Food Network, Cook's Tour, and I wrote a book called Kitchen Confidential. Like Don't Eat Fish on Monday. Maybe you heard of me?
No.
You know Emerald?
Yeah, I know him.
We're really close. We're like this.
I really don't care. All right, a little rough last night, huh?
I don't really remember.
A little alcohol there.
Alcohol might have played a part.
Hungry?
Well, I could definitely eat.
Now, what we gotta do is give you a little idea what the city's about. We're not about just the partying and the drinking, about the cuisine, the good food.
I'd like to do New Orleans right. Maybe I started out on the wrong foot here.
Or perhaps if we get a good hot meal in you.
I have to tell you, usually my encounters with the law are not so fortuitous as this, but you know an awful lot about food.
No, we're not all bad guys, and we know our food has a way of changing people's attitudes. There's a little place up the way. We'll take a ride over there.
T. Eva's Creole Soul Food. Bad boys, what you gonna eat?
Hey, I'm T. Eva. When I get in this kitchen, I am at my very best. I cook, I sing, and I dance. And this is my stage.
T. Eva's well known all over New Orleans for pralines and sweet pies. The good folks in law enforcement also know she's a traditionalist when it comes to Creole home cooking.
I've been cooking since I was a little girl, starting out at 8 years old.
Creole cuisine is a merging of French, Spanish, and African influences unique to Louisiana.
I have to see about my pot now, okay?
Today, T. Eva's making jambalaya, a Creole standard.
This is some great smoked sausage for jambalaya.
After that comes the big three of Creole cooking.
We're gonna put in some onions, celery, bell pepper. How is it looking? Good, huh?
Finally, she stirs in tomato sauce, water, spices, and rice. It all goes into one pot.
Succulent tastes, and it doesn't take long to cook.
It's starting to really smell good in here.
Because the rice sausage and the tomato sauce cook together, they have a tendency to marry real well.
Right.
Oh, It's time. Serve it up. Ready to eat?
Oh, that's delicious.
Well, I hope I brought you to the right spot.
You did? Oh, man. I'm glad. This was a very happy first jambalaya experience. And infinitely preferable to, well, my career trajectory earlier in the day.
Well, you were definitely looking forward to chipped beef on toast.
I don't like that.
We're trying to make you feel like not just a tourist, but like you're at home, one of the family.
I think I'm getting close to tapping into the main vein of local New Orleans. Is this it? After lunch, the Louisiana sky opens up and really lets us have it. This is no time for exploring. So I have the good detective drive me back to my hotel, with promises I will abstain quietly in my room for the rest of the night. No matter, the true measure of any city is how good the delivery options are. As it turns out, New Orleans is a paradise.
Tonight on Taste the Adventure, Anthony Bourdain is on a mission. Next on our Coast Tour.
Yeah, Verdi Mart?
Verdi Mart.
Listen, I got an order for delivery.
Absolutely. What would you like?
Let me get I don't know, what's this Mighty Muffuletta sandwich thing?
Mighty Muffuletta.
Let me have a bottle of your cheapest bourbon.
Okay.
Give me a pack of smokes.
Okay, we'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Ah, indeed, a few necessary essentials. And Verdi Mart is open around the clock. But the most impressive thing may actually turn out to be the sandwich. A nice, greasy pile of meat and cheese. I find the Muffuletta is a local specialty sandwich that originated in 1906 and stuck around ever since.
Ham, salami, Swiss cheese, provolone cheese. This is an olive salad, the secret ingredient, which is made with Greek olives, Kalamata olives, red peppers, olive oil, and Romano cheese. That's your Muffuletta sandwich there. Delivery on a Muffuletta.
Nothing to do now, but wait. Now this is what I call takeout.
Oh, that's a sandwich. It's freaking big. Oh, it's good. My mother always told me to never eat anything bigger than your head. I don't know what she said about drinking in the morning.
Okay, I know I said I was going to stay in, but you believe me? Come on, this is New Orleans. I end up at Vaughn's, a favorite local night spot in the 9th Ward. If you hang with the locals down here, you're really in for a treat. I can't believe I've never been to New Orleans before. I have a feeling I'll be seeing my detective friend again before this night's over. Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pate, frisee, 2 green salads.
Okay, man, sauce here.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please. As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that. I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience. I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose.
Be good.
Okay, let's face it. I'm getting out of work pretty early these days.
I'm not exactly working the 17-hour days behind the stove like I used to. But, you know, one thing remains a constant in my life. Whatever I'm doing, whether it's cooking or yammering witlessly in front of a camera.
I hate my job. Oh, yeah.
After work, I like to sit down at a good bar and enjoy a finely made alcoholic beverage of my choice.
Simple, yes? Well, no. It's a big world out there with a lot of bars. Most of them not great. Fortunately, I've made an exhaustive study of the problem. In doing so, I have subjected myself to all manner of beverages, from the sublime to the frankly disgusting. I've had bar food that was beautiful, scary, and potentially quite lethal. Out of these experiences have come a half-dozen principles I call the elements of a great bar. And in the spirit of public service, I submit them to you for your consideration.
So, this brings us to our first principle. What you're looking for, an element of a great bar. Well, of course, it's someplace close by, someplace familiar.
Hey, there he is.
Someplace where they know your name.
Tony.
Thanks, Tony. How are you?
And what you like to drink.
The usual?
Oh, yeah. Finest kind.
Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Take Desmond's, for example. A no BS bar right down the street from Layout.
Ah, yes. Life is beautiful again. Back in the days when I actually worked for a living, it was not unknown for me to wander down here in my dirty kitchen whites for a pint of bass. And in fact, after the service period, as I reached that fever pitch of adrenaline and rage that might lead me to commit mayhem or violence on a waiter.
What the do you think béarnaise is? Béarnaise is like egg yolks and butter.
Strictly in the interest of not causing such violence or mayhem, I would have come down here and maybe have another pint or two.
A bar should be a refuge, a sanctum sanctorum, where one can commiserate with other strugglers, the joys, the tragedies of the human experience.
So, Yankees stand a chance next year?
Mets, come on. METS, my entire team sucks. Come on, let's go Mets.
Jeez, I've been drinking in the wrong place.
So what does a TV chef complain about in the bar? How about other bars? I've been to a few that were, well, not exactly friendly. In St. Petersburg, Russia, I needed to kick back. So I end up at this bar where there's definitely kicking back going on. But it's in a cage in the center. The place is loaded with Russian mobsters and the hardest looking models I've ever seen.
Generally, when you see somebody foaming blood at the mouth, the human reaction is to go, oh, dude, that's... No, everyone there is like...
Require a more hands-on approach to kicking back? How about the kickback of an automatic weapon? There's a joint in Cambodia where the drinks are free, but your waiter comes over with a menu featuring ammunition.
There's a sign on the wall at this bar that says, please do not aim your weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot, which I think left a lot of room open for interpretation.
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms? It's the trifecta of fun.
Cool.
Bottom line, a bar shouldn't feel like a war zone. It should feel like an extra room in your house where your friends hang out, presided over by...
Element number 2, maniacal bartender. Someone who's on top of things.
Oh, yeah. A maniacal bartender should combine a fierce concern for your current state of liquidity
Thanks. See you later.
with the tactful listening skills of a priest hearing confession.
Thank God he's gone. I thought he'd never leave.
The truly maniacal bartender has mastered at least one of the sacramental beverages of their craft. It might be the potent brew of rum, lime juice, sugarcane syrup, and mint that is the mojito, or perhaps the consummate skill behind an expertly poured pint of Guinness.
Are you going to allow some pimply college student on summer break working part-time at some sports bar to mess with your Guinness? No, I say.
Perfect. Right down to the shamrock. But the drink that separates the wannabes from the maniacal doctors of mixology is the classic American martini. In a world of single malt snobs and fizzy-headed blender treats, the martini balances the wit and sophistication of Cole Porter with the cool discipline of Joe DiMaggio. They make it look so easy. Words and music, hitting and fielding, gin and vermouth. Nothing to it. A few simple ingredients and an obsession with being the best. There's a lot of people out there who can talk a good martini. And then there's Dale DeGroff, the guy who wrote the book on the subject.
Oh, yes.
Really, this book right here.
and I got a few questions to ask.
Dale, I like a vodka martini. Is that really a martini?
Gin is a martini. Vodka doesn't bring any flavor to the party. I want all the flavors of the botanicals in the gin. I want them all to come together and make a great drink.
Vermouth is an essential ingredient.
A drop is okay, but you gotta have some vermouth in it.
Okay, I would like a classic martini, correctly made by the best guy for the job.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is when you realize that Dale is in a league of his own. He has a personal martini kit.
28 years, I've never met a bartender who showed up with a knife roll. This is a Wusthof, by the way. This is a knife that any chef would be proud to have in his kit.
This cocktail began in the 1880s, right here in New York City, at the Knickerbocker Hotel. First time they put together dry gin, dry vermouth in the same glass, half and half, mind you. Yummy. And we're gonna drop an olive in there. We're gonna flame with peel in there. We gotta drop that in.
And I'm good to go?
Go for it.
You know, that is a beautiful thing.
It is the superstar of the cocktail. It's like baseball, jazz, musical, comedy. It's all in one glass right here. This is the American experience.
Hey, don't laugh. After one of Dale's martinis, you just might attempt all three of those activities. Morning in New York. People settling into their daily rhythms, starting out alert and refreshed, approaching the challenges ahead in stride with a can-do attitude. But not me. Now, I've already put in a full day and night to educate the viewers at home about bars in New York, so I think I'm due for a break. And like a lot of people, after a hard day's work, I could really go for, well, a drink. Okay, it's only 8 a.m., but obviously not everyone works 9 to 5, and so not many bars are open, and I certainly don't want to feel guilty when I throw back a pint this early. Where to go? Where to go? Which brings us to another element. Convenient hours of operation. Operating hours amenable to your personal lifestyle choices, which means bar opens early. Jeremy's Ale House. Well, it doesn't pack the excitement of an early morning board meeting, but here we are. The crowd here is from all walks of life, whether they just hauled a ton of mackerel and need to loosen up, or are busy plotting corporate mergers and need some inspiration. Now, while some themes may emerge in this bar, you have to admit that there's a personal touch. And if you also need a breakfast other than cereal or a muffin, you can easily be accommodated.
Oh, nothing like that early morning beer buzz. Yeah. Your brain's all soft and mushy and unprotected, so to attack it with alcohol at that early, vulnerable moment, you really get a quality buzz. By the way, there is a long and glorious tradition outside of our prohibition-minded, politically correct shores. All across Europe, the idea of the morning tipple is considered entirely appropriate. You know, a little pick-me-up, a little something to propel you into the shank of the day and beyond. You know, in good spirits, as well as providing badly needed vitamins and nutrients for a growing boy.
Let's see. Niacin, riboflavin, prevents heart disease, makes people look more attractive. Forget oatmeal. I'm switching to oatmeal stout.
Eats cornflakes.
The thing about a bar is it should be easy. It should be comfortable. It should be like slipping into a nice, warm, comfortable bath. There should be no jarring, discordant notes. There's certain things you're looking for when you sit down at the bar, and certain things you definitely want to avoid.
What do you want to avoid? Places that distract you from good food and even better drinks. Take themes, for example.
Isn't alcohol theme enough? I mean, what is a theme bar? Why do you need a theme for a bar?
I find entertainment obtrusive in bars, and I deeply resent any kind of live music intruding on my drinking time. No cabaret, okay? Out of the question. And God help us all, the worst case scenario, karaoke. You go in and they're singing along to ABBA, This is not someplace I want to drink.
It's Billy Joel karaoke night. Please, God, kill me. Kill me now.
Next thing to avoid, any bar with a velvet rope. Any place that makes you feel like a jerk for even trying to get in the first place.
You miserable loser shite, step aside. You're not getting in, all right?
You know there's a problem when there's more people outside the bar than inside.
At the end of the day, what are you buying? You're buying an overpriced beer.
I don't go to bars to meet people. So I don't want crowds. I don't want to get jostled, I don't want to get elbowed, and I don't want to meet any new friends, frankly. You know what? I don't want to meet any romantic friends either. I mean, come on, dating bars? Then there's the concept that haunts my nightmares. Dating bar meets theme bar.
Oh, I think you're so cute.
At a joint in New York, potential mates speak to each other on video phones, sitting 6 feet away from each other.
You want a drink? All right, I'll meet you at the bar.
You know, there's something to be said about the lonely bar. No obtrusive shouting or groping. It's a place where you can sit quietly, unwind, reflect on your day or your troubles. A place where you can listen to the low hum of whatever sad music may be piping through the speakers without it jarring your nerves.
Which brings us to element number 3 of a great bar. A good jukebox. Unfortunately, according to international copyright law, you can't actually hear any of the great music on this jukebox. That would be too expensive for this cheap show. Which brings us to element 4. Bar food. Good bar food.
In San Sebastian, Spain, for example, people bounce from bar to bar, sampling the best tapas a joint has to offer, and then move on to the next bar and another specialty.
Fish cake and codfish cooked with onion and peppers. That's what we're here for.
Think of it as an Easter egg hunt for adults, with gourmet bar food for prizes.
The gambara, their speciality is wild ceps, wild mushrooms.
It's a philosophy of variety and moderation, summed up in the Basque saying, eat a little bit, often.
I need privacy for this. Oh, wow.
In Tokyo, Japan, a walk down a narrow back alley yields a different kind of bar food experience altogether. The scent of yakitori fills the air. Simple, skewered, grilled meats that the Japanese love to pair with beer or sake.
This is the sort of place I would hang out in much too much if I lived in Tokyo.
So you leave work in Tokyo and hit one of these yakitori joints for happy hour.
Oh! This is elbow cartilage from the chicken, frightening to the Western mind, and really flavorful.
Okay, tapas, yakitori, so they got it together there on the other side of the world. But when it comes to the ultimate bar food, we have it right here in the USA. The one, the only hamburger. And the big cheese of bar burgers is at the Corner Bistro, New York City.
Oh, yes. Gracias, güey. You know, all those snooty Europeans sneering at our American hamburger, they don't know what they're missing. Beautiful thing, Chef.
Tastes good. Great.
It's the best.
Okay, Tony, this is the beef.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's 90% beef. This is the people enjoy it.
What is one looking for in bar food? Well, you want it simple. You know, I don't want a tower of foie gras with microgreens here. I want blood and grease on my fingers and chin. That's what I want. Plus, I don't want cutlery. I want to be able to hold my food in one hand and a beer in the other. Robust, honest, greasy, and good. Good.
Anytime a bar gets the food right, the taste of their drink is that much sweeter. And let me tell you, this is one sweet, sweet beer indeed. So here we are in the middle of our journey, and I find myself needing even more sustenance. Not in the mood for the great bistro hamburger, you say? How about some pork?
This is Rudy's, home of the free weenie.
That's right. hot dogs.
Now you think to yourself when you first sit down, yeah, I don't know, a free hot dog. After a couple of beers, seems like a very good idea. And it is a good idea. Great jukebox, in fact, one of the 2 or 3 best jukeboxes in New York City, ergo the world. And free weenies.
But I feel a little shy about ordering a light bulb hot dog, and I do have my reputation to protect. So I should be casual about this.
I think a pint of Bass, if you please, and something to eat. Hot dog, maybe? Hot dog? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I kept my cool. Now, I don't eat onions or sauerkraut or any other nonsense. I'm a purist, so mustard is good enough.
Oh, yes, delightful. Thank you, sir. Good.
I know to our snobbier viewers out there, this may be an outrage, but I'll make it sound, well, more palatable for them.
Saucisson de Strasbourg. En croûte. Avec moutarde.
Well, going to Corner Bistro and Rudy's for a burger or a hot dog are definitely good stops along the bar food route. But when I want to go to a place that actually has a menu, I head to Chicama.
I'm hitting around 8 or 9 bars today, so I think I probably need some food. Could I get an Ecuador and ceviche? Let me get a little smoked marlin dip also. Thanks.
Good food takes time to prepare, which means one thing here.
Mojito time. This is one of those drinks where you have one, then you have 2, and then you wake up with like no clothes in another city wondering how you got there. This is alcohol's mission, right? I mean, alcohol should transport you to a faraway, hopefully warmer climate. What better drink to do that than mojito?
Let's just say I'm whetting my appetite and keep it at that.
I think this falls into the category of luxurious bar food, yes? Ceviche.
This ceviche is shrimp, marinated in lemon juice, tomatoes, onions, and whatever else the chef decides to toss in.
And a little smoked marlin. That beats buffalo chicken wings and fried mozzarella sticks, yes?
Hey, it's a little baby tortilla. Why isn't this in every bar?
Yo, TGI Fridays, so this. Perfect, nice mix. Heat, smoke, sweet and cool.
For now, I'll focus on the sweet but deadly.
I'll take another one of these whenever you're ready. These are good. After establishing a solid base of food to suck up all of that alcohol sloshing around in your stomach, it's time to maintain that steady buzz. No time to fade now. So what to drink? What to drink? I've drank so many things around the world. I don't think I want anything too challenging.
Cook's Tour cameras catch up with Anthony Bourdain in Puebla, Mexico. He's going to a pulqueria, a bar where you drink buckets of fermented cactus sap. Pulque is slimy and sour. Yuck.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Tony. In Nha Trang, Vietnam, we find Tony monkeying around with lobsters.
That's gotta hurt.
Here, the local drink is lobster blood mixed with good old Hanoi vodka.
And of course, it's gonna make me strong.
You're strong indeed, Tony. Meanwhile, back in Ho Chi Minh City, they insist Tony try the local wine. Snake wine, that is. So what does the international connoisseur think of this year's vintage?
Compared to Jägermeister, this is wonderful.
Well, if you like that, how about some Cobra Bile?
You know, I figure I'd be tasting plenty of that later at my hotel.
Better you than us, Tony. Cheers.
Take it from someone who's been around the world. After you've already had a few drinks, you don't want to experiment. You want to head someplace familiar. Someplace like this place, Bellevue Bar, one of my favorite joints in New York. No reptile-related beverages here, just good old-fashioned bar talk and beer. A bar can be a very personal thing. Everyone has their favorite or their local. At Bellevue Bar, they fully appreciate the symbiotic relationship between vendor and customer, which brings me to the next element of a good bar.
This is something we call the buyback. How does it work? Looks like this. After every couple of beers or drinks that I buy, the bartender, in a gesture of reciprocity, shows me I've got one coming for free.
Now, this usually comes in the form of an inverted shot glass.
It's on me, the next one.
It's simply an unspoken arrangement where every third or fourth drink that comes your way is on the house.
This is very important because a lot of drinkers, you know, around 3 or 4, they're thinking about, you know, maybe going home. You see a nice stack of these bad boys lined up, you think, geez, I got all those free drinks coming, I can't leave now. That gets you over that all-important hump and turns what could have been just a late afternoon beer after the office into a long and sordid evening of relentless two-fisted drinking. I think I have a few drinks coming.
Sure.
And Bellevue's barkeeps are always willing to engage you in smart discourse while you accrue frequent flyer miles.
Oh, good, we're on the same page then.
See, I always believed that the real mastermind on Gilligan's Island, the real boss, was Gilligan. The minnow washing up on that island. Accident, conspiracy. It's Gilligan's Island, that series of passive-aggressive strategies. Evil genius. And the boat washes up there. Coincidence? I don't think so. It's not called Skipper's Island. Despotic ruler. You'll notice Gilligan foils every possible attempt at escape. He's really in charge in his own weird passive-aggressive way.
How many Heinekens have you had?
Whatever your poison, nothing makes your stay more enjoyable than a bar that cares. And you know you've found one when you're staying too long.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming back to you.
Better call home and adjust my schedule.
I might have to start listing Bellevue Bar as my return address. Okay, so we've seen the good, the bad,
I'm not getting it,
the ugly, the very ugly, in the bars of New York and beyond. So whether you're an avid explorer,
let's eat,
or just a local barfly,
and we agree on that.
Have no fear. Somewhere,
Hey, there he is.
there's a bar stool with your name on it.
Welcome to my world.
2 escargot, pate, frisee, lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose. Minneapolis, Minnesota, the towering capital of the grain belt. You might not notice it at first glance, but there's a culinary tug-of-war going on in these streets, the same conflict seen across America.
It's a struggle between lone independent operators trying to do new things, seduce the public into new ways of eating and looking at food,
versus the generic uniformity of chains and franchises. Here, in the city that brought you the girl who could turn the world on with her smile, right here in Minneapolis, there beats the very heart of corporate, commodified darkness. The Mall of America.
behind those concrete blockhouse walls, all your basic human needs, as determined by fiendish marketers, merchandisers, and franchisers, all collected in one place. Bring your plastic, a few shekels, sit, eat, shop, consume, and get bigger, and bigger, and bigger. Either the realization of the American dream, or a candy-colored nightmare. You decide.
So what is a semi-retired brasserie chef doing in the land of the food court? Hey, I've done my homework. I know there's great food in this town, but in order to fully appreciate the peaks, you gotta slog through the valleys. And I gotta admit, there's a personal motive here too. There's also an internal struggle going on. Should I cash in myself? One last big, ugly commercial score? Welcome to the new town square. This is it, right in the epicenter of America. And what does that look like? Well, like everywhere else in America. When you go out to eat, when you go out to see your friends, when you go out to shop, more than likely you and certainly your kids are going off to a place like this. This, Mall of America. What else do you need?
And so the quest begins, to the food court, and all points in between.
Oh yeah, we gotta see this. My friend Eric at Le Bernardin is getting, his knife work's getting a little sloppy. I thought this might be the perfect stocking
gift.
stuffer.
That's right. One chop, you have like a French fry sized potato. A couple more chops, you got potato salad or for soups and stews.
Wow, I could fire half my cooks.
It's bulky, it can't be sharpened, and it only does one thing. Hey, I'm sold. But I can't just hoard this culinary miracle all to myself. Who else might want one?
See, one for Emerald, one for Bobby. Oh, who am I forgetting? Martha will be needing one of these for sure.
As much as I want to linger over my gift list, there's just too much to see here. What does the Mall of America have to offer next?
The cereal adventure. It's overwhelming.
As a child, I longed for the wonderful sugar jack rush of brightly colored cereals, expressly forbidden in the Bourdain household. But now, thanks to Mall of America, a childhood dream is finally realized.
Tricks on a stick.
The sugar content in this one tooth-decaying treat more than makes up for a decade of fruity cereal goodness I was deprived of as a youth.
Later, call my dentist. Ah, nature. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? In fact, you may not know this, but the first season of Cook's Tour was filmed entirely in Mall of America. You know the fabulous Mexican barbecue scene? Shot right here. We shoot all of our nature and outdoor footage here in the central Cook's Tour studio. And of course, you remember the Cambodian bar scene? And of course, all those underwater scenes, Vietnam, Mexico, St. Martin, shot here.
Amazing, isn't it? Now, where's that scary food court?
Well, I think now's the time, since I am in Minnesota, for some local regional indigenous fare.
Mall of America style, of course. As you could have guessed, the usual suspects are front and center. But I'm looking for something more local in my food court experience.
Wait a minute, Minnesota picnic. Now this sounds like regional, the real deal, right? This has got to be authentic. What do they eat in Minnesota anyway? Cheese curds and pike on a stick.
That's pike on a stick, all right. Frozen, breaded, deep fried, and a heaping side of cheese curds, also deep fried to golden, crispy perfection. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tony, food that's fried, food that contains cheese, food that's on a stick. Can it get any better than that?
Oh, yeah.
At the Minnesota picnic, yes. Yes, it can. The deep-fried cheesecake, guaranteed to make your cardiologist busier and wealthier.
Deep-fried cheesecake. All right, good to go. Pike on a stick. Cheese curds. Oh, it's like batter-fried string cheese. And this is a tradition I don't know whether it should spread. Oh, Jesus, God, that's awful. It's like, doctor, I'm not getting fat enough. How may I hasten the process? This is perhaps our most dangerous export. It was never nuclear weapons or the CIA. It was this, our fast food culture. It's a terrible sameness, a lowering of expectations, and the ease and convenience of having it all within reach of one's pudgy fingers. Hey, Skinny, have a cheese curd. Have a cheese curd. A cheese curd. Join us.
Maybe it's the cheese curds. Maybe it's the sugar. Maybe it's just greed. You know, maybe the idea of brand names, franchises, mass market, maybe it's not a bad racket. I should get a piece of the action too, right? I gotta call my agent. I can see big things shaping up here. Back at the hotel, I'm feeling a little restless as I struggle to digest that fried cheesecake and ponder the possibility of a lucrative line of Bourdain branded products.
And now here he is, Mr. No Fish on Monday himself, Tony Bourdain.
Well, Mr. No Fish on Monday, what did you bring for us today?
Well, Janice, I have something very special. Many in our studio audience and many of our viewers at home have been using what really is an antiquated and frustrating kitchen utensil. And let me show you what that is. Adam?
Oh, Tony, I think you've hit a nerve.
Well, aren't we all tired of pulling, tugging, and destroying our ice cubes? I have the solution. Look at that.
Wow, Tony, those are brilliant.
Janice, this is a futuristic amalgam. It's made of the same material as the stealth bomber. You torque it like this, and the cubes come out perfect every time. And look at those cubes.
Super fantastic, Tony.
And that's not all. Adam, what else do we have?
Chef, we also have the wonderful Anthony Bourdain bobblehead doll.
Wow! Oh, isn't that great?
That really is super, super yummy fantastic.
And to prove that I'm not the blowhard, self-absorbed, narcissistic huckster that I really am, each order will also get a beautiful iron-on embossed dish towel. These are just like the ones we use in professional restaurant situations. So come on, people, start rocking the phones. You know the number.
So, Tony, what are we going to talk about after the break?
Well, Janice, it's a little something for the sour tummies of traveling chefs. I call it Tony B's Liquid Cork.
Don't let this happen to you. Yet. That's my motto. Anyway, before I spiral into a depression about the crushing wave of franchised and name-branded mediocrity, I decide to head for higher ground. Because I don't want my fellow neurotic New Yorkers to look at this and think, yeah, we know there's no good food in the flyover. They'd be wrong.
Right out here in the heartland, there's good food out here and good chefs. And Vincent's in Minneapolis is a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
A lone wolf chef who made his bones at places like Le Bernardin and L'Espinasse before he came out to meat and potatoes country.
And through persistence and adhering to good standards, stuck with his guns and persevered.
But it wasn't always easy. Moving into town with a fancy French culinary background and French name is not always an asset.
What was it like when you first opened out here?
You know, I stay conservative at the beginning. You have to. You cook things that people like. I know there is some people who tried to open this kind of restaurant 10 years ago, and they just went down because they weren't ready, the people.
He was smart. He realized he had to gain the trust of the people first before he could start hawking stuff like sweetbreads and pied cochon. But moving the nasty bits, even in New York City, can be tough. You gotta ease people into it.
Tell me about this. You have a column, an item on your menu called Something Strange But Good.
Right. My idea was how can we put them on the menu, kind of tell people you should try it, and it's amazing. We saw a lot. Tripe, you know.
That's right. Right here in the heart of the heartland, he's helped create a market for something most folks still consider the undesirable extras.
So what am I going to be eating today?
I knew you like tripe, so I had to do some tripe, and I also make some gnocchi Parisian.
Beautiful.
All right?
That sounds great.
So while Vincent gets to work in the kitchen, I decide to pay a visit to some of his best and brightest.
Setting up for dinner. And in some cases for tomorrow. I mean, getting ahead, you know. This is a time in between service periods where you got to get your work done. I used to hate service. I always felt like, you know, damn customers were interrupting my work. He's making the pate. Liver's in there. Chicken. Are you in this business for life? Oh, yeah. This is what I miss. I'm sorry. Could you show us your burns? Yeah, see? I feel like such a wuss now. You just got the little one. Cool. Yeah, got any good ones? Oh, good one. Show us your burns. Oh, dude, you been drinking while you work? Those are good. There's inside here. Yeah, I miss those. The sign of honest toil. Even if this man were wearing like an Armani suit, you would be immediately recognizable to any and all other cooks and restaurant professionals.
Meanwhile, in more civilized parts of the kitchen, Vincent is putting the finishing touches on some old-school favorites. Tripe Normandy. Tripes cooked in apple cider and bacon and Parisienne-styled gnocchi with sautéed porcini mushrooms and a mushroom broth.
Voila. Voila.
So, something strange but good is actually also something really good and classic and old school.
Yeah, I mean, this is classic French. This is, you know.
Americans used to eat it.
Yeah.
But, you know, before the 40s.
Why everybody's eating burger?
Fast and easy. Convenient. We got rich. We didn't have to learn how to cook all those nasty bits anymore. Go right to what we used to think was the best part and ignore everything else.
Yeah, I think it's changing.
I think it's changing.
I do believe people want to go, learn stuff, have fun.
Eat better.
Eat better, you know. That's what is great. That's what is.
So there's hope for the world.
Yeah, there is. My favorite phrase to say, it's not too bad for a French guy in Minnesota.
A new day brings new hope in my quest for something beyond the food court and the Uber Mall. And while I'm encouraged by yesterday's trip to Vincent's, I can't help but feel that the monolith of mass production is not far behind me, always in the ready, waiting to strike. American artisanship, it's come to this, and it's getting closer.
Hello.
Heart-cloggingly good. Anthony Bourdain, trampled by spam in central Minneapolis. The struggle continues. Now, some of you might be thinking that I'm only advocating fancy, wallet-busting restaurants. Please, don't get me wrong. You don't have to be a 3-star Michelin, 4-star New York Times, however many mobile diamonds or whatever, for me to like you. You could be a local, independently owned and operated neighborhood joint. Take, for example, the Sample Room, where chef and owner Michael McKay is helping to bring good food to Minneapolis. Far from that soul-destroying mall, he gets people in there with immaculately prepared recipes of local favorites like meatloaf, breaded walleye, and sausage. And then he slips them some pate and goat cheese to boot. Yes. Let the revolution begin. See, the whole thing is the evil spuds behind generic chain food, right? You expect so little, you get exactly what you expected, maybe less. Here, you walk in, you sit down at a bar in a neighborhood joint, and you get, oh look, it's Escoffier's pate recipe. It's homemade sausage, homemade mustard. You go in with moderate expectations, and you get so much better. That's great.
Actually, I find that people are quite adventurous. It depends on the crowd. We get some of the local neighborhood people who have lived here their whole life will come in. There will be 6 of them. They'll order 6 sausage platters. That's what they want. Then I get some hipsters from uptown coming in here, and they go all over the place.
I'm going to come back here in a year and see a bunch of welders and electricians and elevator operators who just knocked off work, swirling Premier Cruise in their glass, consulting the wine list.
I'm actually impressed by some of those guys are really coming around that way. You betcha.
Good food should be a blue-collar thing. Yeah. The whole French concept of the bistro, the brasserie, French regional country cooking, essentially those are French versions of this. It's not mom or pop, but it may as well be because he spends at least as much time as mom or pop would. It's personal. The decision to make this pate is a personal decision. It comes straight from the heart.
This is my soul on a piece of paper.
Okay, I'm encouraged. I'm feeling pretty good about things now. The good guys are gaining ground on the battle for personal, unique food. And I know where to find another reliable source of culinary independence. When you're talking about America, what makes America great, really? It's a big country. Well, America's always been a magnet for people from someplace else to come and bring their own traditions and their own supply train to make something good. So a little ways off the path, I'm able to find a good example, Saigon Cafe.
America's a nation of immigrants. And recent immigrants are often the ones who hang on to their culture most fiercely. When you're not only struggling to make good food, but struggling to hang on to your whole cultural identity and your sense of yourself, chances are you're making good food. You're not confused. You're not out there making, teriyaki burger. Proud cooks are good cooks.
Okay, enough social observation. Let's eat.
Spring roll gotta have. Saigon special, fresh eye round, flank, brisket, tripe, tendon, and beef meatball. Yeah, baby, that's gotta be good, right? Of course, in Vietnam, you drink tea while you're waiting for your coffee.
Oh yeah, slow-brewed Vietnamese coffee over condensed milk. Now, I happen to think this is one of the most beautiful sights you can encounter. There's this part where it all drips, and then there's the part where it all runs over the ice. Oh yeah. You're making chocolate milk. You know that chocolate syrup that accumulates at the bottom, and there's a thick, syrupy layer? It's kind of like that, only different. Next up, spring roll. Oh, look at that. Come on. So pretty. So pretty. Fresh mint, fresh rice, fresh roast pork, shrimp, and rice paper, little fish sauce. So good. And here's that Saigon special, a heaping bowl of pho. This is real Vietnamese. not homogenized, standardized like in a food court.
That's good. It's made in seconds. Fast food can be good food.
And the folks at Saigon Cafe are proving that every day, serving great food that preserves their culture while it expands American culture.
30 years from now, this will be as American as spaghetti and meatballs, pizza, chopped liver, pastrami, sandwich.
Culturally conscious, locally owned, this place beats Bob's Big Boy or DGI McFunsters any day of the week. Okay, I'm in a new town, and I want to end the day the right way, at a good burger joint.
So anyway, here we are at Joe's Garage, named, I believe, after a Frank Zappa record, so how bad can it be?
All right, the place is nothing fancy. So what? It's laid back with no apparent dress code, a little funky, and I have room to spread some more special observations.
When in doubt, in moments of extremis, when in America, an independent operator who serves a good burger is always a good thing.
But Tony, you say, what about all the grease, blood, and delicious animal fat?
There's nothing wrong with a burger, okay? As long as it's not something you eat every day. I mean, then it becomes kind of sad and grim. But a hamburger, a properly cooked hamburger, is a beautiful thing. What's not to like? A big, juicy, bleeding hunk of ground beef, bread, and garnishes. Nothing to be ashamed of there. You'd be ashamed when you eat a burger that they have to spray with beef flavor to make it taste like a burger. It's a betrayal of the promise of America. And the promise of America is a damn good hamburger available everywhere by somebody whose name you know, like Mom or Pop or Joe. But our whole idea of the hamburger, like our whole idea of America, has become twisted. We've lost touch with the greatness of our own land, our own indigenous national dish. Unless you're talking about the White Castle, by the way, which is, for whatever disturbing reason, strangely and frighteningly delicious.
Oh, cat's out of the bag.
I'm not a snob. It's not all foie gras and microgreens for me. I'm a man of the people. I know how to live. Hey, give me a damn beer, an ashtray, and a freaking burger, and I'm happy.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, it's all good. Looks fine to me. Thanks.
Enjoy.
No onion today. Just beef, bread, and ketchup. This is wide mouth. Oh, Jesus. Not bad looking fries either, not the usual generica. Tell me what you think.
Though it can be a brutal fight to get people into the really good restaurants, that doesn't mean that love isn't involved.
What you're trying to do is genuinely bring people over in a gentle and seductive way, even a slightly sneaky way, but an affectionate way, to your side of the argument. Now, a good example of that, of course, is Aquavit.
Aquavit was already a big success as a creative, high-end restaurant in New York that served cutting-edge Scandinavian fusion cuisine. Feeling strong, they decided to branch out into the Midwest.
When they came out here the first time, they thought, hey, it's going to be easy. Scandinavian heartland, right? Scandinavian food. Okay, a little cutting edge. It's big in New York. It's got to be big in Minneapolis, right? Wrong. They had a very tough time here initially. They came out with those big plates with tiny little bits of rare seared tuna and salmon and a lot of raw and cured fish. A lot of people freaked. They had to kind of step back and retrench, move back to Swedish meatballs. Very good Swedish meatballs, mind you, but still, Swedish meatballs.
And so, with a lot of perseverance and a slow expansion of their menu, Aquavit has been able to establish itself as a major force in Minneapolis.
It makes things better for everybody. And this restaurant has made things better for a lot of the restaurants around it.
I think it was a person-by-person approach. Once everybody came in and sat down and we explained the dishes in detail, once they're in front of the guests, that brought the questions to a minimum. People understood what was in front of them.
And Chef Roger Johnson gives me a sampling of the Aquavit menu, both the conventional and the unexpected.
We have a lot of traditional things. Smoked salmon, cured salmon.
Beef brisket and horseradish, herb and garlic herring, fried Baltic herring. But I'm gonna need something to wash all this stuff down.
I should drink Aquavit with this. Cancel the night shoot.
So what do you drink at Aquavit? Well, Aquavit, which is potato-based vodka.
We do everything from raspberry to passion fruit to cloudberry to gooseberry. Horseradish is one of the favorites.
They make vats of this stuff. They make martinis with it. They've got aquavit that's loaded into old sherry casks and shipped out into the ocean for 4 months. Why? Enough of this stuff, you'll make those kind of choices.
A bit more full-bodied.
Oh, that is good. I want to be thorough, so I even try the girly flavored aquavit.
Not enough alcohol in your champagne? You have a remedy.
That's right, aquavit, champagne, and ginger.
Tony, I think that's a sipper.
Suffice to say, aquavit, the restaurant, and the drink are a good way to end this trip. So there's been some good places in Minneapolis, but the corporate vultures are there too. And who knows where it will end. After the struggle for America's soul, who will be left standing? What will the future look like?
Welcome to my world.
2 escargot, pate, frisee, 2 green salads.
Okay, Lenny's up here.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose. My fellow Americans, what is our one culinary contribution to the world that's as original as jazz, baseball, rock and roll? That's right, barbecue.
Ribs fall right off the bone.
It's all ours. Even the French can't do it. So what do I know about barbecue? Yep, that about sums it up for me. Good night, and thanks for tuning in. I kid. Actually, it turns out there's a barbecue debate more heated than the last presidential election.
There's just no element of barbecue that's not controversial.
What could possibly be controversial about barbecue?
The cooking unit, the meat, fuel, the seasoning, and the most elusive, the expertise of the chef.
I grew up in the country, sleeping on a tree limb 30 feet off the ground. It's only natural that I wind up cutting trees down and cooking with them now.
So what does all this madness add up to? It's the elusive barbecue triangle. 3 regions of the U.S. locked in deadly battle over who does it the best. Kansas City.
Can't say it's barbecue capital of the world.
Texas.
Oh, this is going to be Texas-style barbecue, but, you know, just be sure that you like it.
And North Carolina.
Everyone has their special secrets, so, you know, we got ours.
Never fear, I, your intrepid host, will investigate.
I probably shouldn't wear my white linen suit when eating here.
Yeah. First assignment, Kansas City.
Serious barbecue people.
Kansas City is a microcosm of the barbecue world. While other regions specialize in specific meats, in Kansas City, they'll cook anything, anyhow. If it moves, barbecue it.
One thing I've learned, good barbecue is not always pretty. Welcome to Oklahoma Joe's. Gas station, liquor store, convenience store, some of the finest barbecue in this country.
If you want to get to the bottom of something, you start at the top. So I make a dinner date with Carolyn Wells, Executive Director of the Kansas City Barbecue Society.
What should I order here?
My favorite menu item is the Carolina pork sandwich, which is a pulled pork sandwich with slaw on top, served with Bubba sauce, but their ribs are great, and I think they're cooking up some burnt ends just for you.
Burnt ends. beef brisket. What is a burnt end?
A burnt end is the charred part of the brisket after it's cooked that they used to throw away. Only in Kansas City that I know of have they really become menu items. Here they collect them all week so they can offer them one night during the week.
Oh, wow. Now, this is criminally good. Flavor of the yin-yang, it's great. So are there barbecue nerds?
Absolutely. Complete with the plastic things in the pocket with meat thermometers sticking out.
Who makes the best barbecue?
Well, Kansas City, of course.
A bold claim. In order to properly evaluate, I need to find someone in the trenches. A fellow chef.
Sunday afternoon in Kansas. We're here to talk about barbecue with the world-recognized Grandmaster Authority on the subject, Kansas City barbecue, Paul Kirk, known as the Baron of Barbecue.
I'm searching for that ultimate barbecue. I've never found it.
Paul Kirk is like a barbecue prize fighter turned manager. He won loads of international competitions, and now he trains rookies. I decide to investigate, even if it means I gotta do a little work, maybe get my hands sticky.
Here's apron time for you.
Jesus, am I putting on weight?
Okay, what I have here, 3 briskets. I want to know which one you would pick and why.
Like the feel and the look of this guy. Nice fat layer, a nice conformation and shape, and I'm expecting that'll be a nice mix of fat and lean. So how'd I do?
Very good. I'm going to show you how I trim them, and then I'm going to let you trim the other one. I'm going to try to trim down to 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch of fat. Now you get to do
All right. Time to show Paul a little classically trained technique.
Gonna take off some of this fat, all right?
I know what I'm doing. I'm standing back.
Yeah, you see me aiming at something good. Stop me. All right, boss, how'd I do? It hurts, doesn't it?
Okay, this is a knife, not a saw.
Oh.
You're going like that. You forgot the most important part.
Right, the right angle. So not a complete disgrace, but definitely rookie status.
Okay, maybe I've been away from the kitchen a little too long.
No, that's very good. Okay, we're gonna season these up.
All right.
Season salt, celery salt, onion salt, garlic salt. That's a basic rub. Now I tell my students, add your signature. Pick out 3 seasonings.
Some examples of seasonings that people might use without being silly would be coriander.
Coriander, oh.
I saw that in your book. No?
Oregano, cumin, allspice. Got their wrist action down better than I did.
Now that I've shown Paul a thing or two, it's time to put the brisket in the cooker.
Oh, there he is. Now, how many hours are we talking about?
We're talking probably, since it's certified Angus, probably 14.
14 hours? I don't think we'll be seeing barbecue brisket on Iron Chef anytime soon.
That's one of the great things about barbecue is that it is the absolute antithesis of fast food.
It's 15 hours, nice and moist, juicy.
Just beautiful.
See, now here's a good smoke ring. Good color, good penetration.
It's moist, too.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And there's bread. Fix yourself a sandwich.
Will do. Sauce or not sauce?
One with sauce, one without sauce. It's simple.
It's about perfect. You know, try a little with the sauce. Tough call.
Oh, it is. Really is. Yeah.
This stuff is so good, I'm ready to vote Paul Kirk into the White House. But it's not all about the chef, is it?
This does not look like a backyard grill.
It doesn't?
No.
Now, that's an $8,000 pit. I designed this in close pits down in Texas, built it for me. One thing I'll say about David is, first of all, you go around to all the different pits around. Look at the workmanship.
So we're talking real craftsmanship here.
Yeah.
Just when you think you've seen it all, $8,000 barbecues? This will require further study. Looks like I'm off to Houston, Texas. From Kansas to Texas.
You'd think there's some hard and fast rules, the individual way they do things in certain states. And I gotta tell you, I'm getting pretty confused. But one thing I'm not confused about is who builds, designs, and constructs the best pits maybe in the universe. This is the man, Dave Close. And what's that grinding sound in the background? That's the making of
That's a bunch
making
of guys making metal stuff, you know. It's not safe around a welder.
No kidding. This place looks like an episode of Monster Garage and a Boeing plant all rolled into one. If you think a pit is just a hole in the ground, think again.
And I honestly believe that we make some of the highest quality and best engineered pits in the world. And I won't stop until I've made something out of everything in the planet Earth. You don't want to park a car next to us, trust me.
Okay, so you're in the market for a barbecue pit, and you show up here. Dave is willing to custom design a pit for your individual needs. Your military kitchen coming up short on appliances?
This is bulletproof glass?
Yeah, this is the phone booth that was in the war in Sarajevo 3 years ago. These in the car pits where you build a police car into a barbecue pit or something, the danger of that's that you never know.
Right.
You don't know if the glass is going to explode.
Perhaps you're tough on appliances and require a more durable model.
This is solid. You make solid objects.
I can actually fire a .357 Magnum in this.
You've tried that?
Yes, I have. I've shot everything in sight.
Maybe you're a hungry cosmonaut looking for a Dave Close encounter.
I was working at NASA for years, and the administrator of NASA's a woman. I told her I wanted to pit on the moon. She said, why? Why do you want to pit on the moon? I said, because when the Russians or anyone else lands, I want them to see the world's first close interplanetary grill.
Maybe you desire a simpler model, but souped up with all the extras.
Gas injected with a burner on the side. Very small smokestack in it. Adjustable fire rack, ash pan.
Maybe you're thinking, I've got too many kitchen appliances. I need to simplify.
Now this is a 14-foot beer bottle. In the neck is an actual 3-gallon pony keg with a beer tap right here. You just take this to your house, pull up, light it, pull out a couple of cases of beer. The whole block will shut down and have a party.
No matter what your needs, you never leave the lot without taking a test drive.
These are sausage stuffed and bacon wrapped quail. These things are spectacular. Now this is the good stuff. This is my signature dish. This is actually 8 to 10 count tiger shrimp that are stuffed with stone claw crab meat, wrapped with a malletized chicken tender, wrapped in maple smoked bacon and soaked in Cabernet Sauvignon overnight.
This guy is full of surprises. I thought he was going to pull out some carbonized hot dogs or something.
This is an amazing dish. You cannot mess this up. If you do it bad, it's incredible. If you do it right, it'll take the top of your head off. Give that a shot.
Damn, look at that. Okay, this is amazing.
You gotta try this quail, though.
Oh, you're not kidding.
This is spectacular.
Oh, that's beautiful. This has got to be illegal somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's way too good. I think I'm on the Atkins diet. That's like all meat, right? I haven't seen a vegetable in like 3-4 days. Man knows how to cook. It's not just food. It's not just a lifestyle. It's a calling, and
it's an illness. Well, at least I didn't try cobra heart, you know. I heard that you tried. I heard you almost got ate by a lion in Africa.
No, that's next season.
So Texans can make barbecue pits, but can Texans barbecue? Dave says he knows a place where they make some of the best ribs and brisket in the nation.
So, yeah, where are we, Dave?
Yeah, we're at Roy Burns Barbecue. It's been here about 30, 35 years. Some of the best barbecue in Houston. I just wanted Tony to try it and see how real Southern hospitality and quality last, you know.
Southern hospitality? Good Lord, it looks like a decent sneeze would level this place. That doesn't seem to stop the customers.
People come from all over Houston, southwest side, east side, everywhere. They drive in traffic to get over here to eat this barbecue.
That is definitely an endorsement. If you're willing to suffer for good food.
And he's probably got a sauce that he wouldn't give up if you put a gun to his head, you know?
Anyone got a gun? All right.
Despite outward appearances, Burns Barbecue is a large operation. They have a sizable staff and huge pits bursting at the seams with slow-cooking ribs and briskets.
Those right there will be there for about 5-6 more hours. My choice is the ribs. I love the ribs. That's my specialty.
According to Roy, the secret to his barbecue lies in the fuel.
Slow burning oak. Post oak. That's the secret, doing the slow.
Hey, I'm sold.
Yeah, but you know what? Enough food for two is good. That's for us? Beautiful. Oh, man, it smells unbelievable. All right, well, thank you, sir. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, great. We'll see them out front. Thanks, sir. We got 2 sample platters here.
Oh, that's good brisket there, buddy. His ribs are delicious, man. Try some of that sauce.
Yeah, believe me, I've been mopping. That is some fine eating.
You got a mustard-based potato salad with pickles. Goes with the barbecue. What they call asymmetric flavors.
Everybody I met in Kansas City and everybody I met in Texas, they're damn intellectuals. I'm like always the stupidest guy in town everywhere I've been so far.
Well, I didn't go through the 3rd grade for nothing. That was the worst 9 years of my life.
It's an amazing rib.
Roy really understands the business.
But the main thing is I tell my customer to come back and tell me, you know, if it's bad or good. So then I start looking for ways to change.
Right. Well, you know, when you see cars lined up down the street, that's a good tip-off, right?
Limos and Cadillacs that pull up here, man. You never know who's getting out.
Burns' place may not get a 30 for decor from the Zagat's anytime soon, but Roy has mastered the golden rule. Make good food. So if you're on a quiet rural road in Houston and you see a huge line, get in it. You may just get to try one of the tastiest secrets in America. My barbecue investigation so far has introduced me to award-winning pitmasters and world-famous barbecue hotspots. But most of America gets their barbecue from one place, their own backyard. In this case, we're in the backyard of barbecue connoisseur John Lonergan.
This is a strange and exotic environment for me. I have this overwhelming urge to put on an apron saying, you know, world's best dad, or I'm with stupid, or I need a novelty apron.
Nice and quiet, nobody to, bother you, it's peaceful, phone's not ringing.
This is the essence of barbecue. Sitting in the backyard, waiting for the ribs to cook, drinking beer, right?
I think those ribs are just about done, too. You want to go ahead and pop it open and take a peek?
Of course I do. Rubbed with mustard and spices, these ribs cook for 4 hours. John pours on the slurry made from Coke and brown sugar.
Oh yeah, that's delicious.
And 1 hour later, the perfect ribs.
I'll get the plate out, and I'll let you do the honors. Chop up some ribs.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. And I'm cooking a lot on this show. I'm actually touching food on this episode. This is something I don't do.
It's good.
Putting me to work.
All that beer you're drinking, you got to get some exercise.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So we're ready to go eat.
Excellent.
All right. And we got some salad.
Salad? Wow, I forget what that is.
Got something for you here.
Way too nice of you. Oh. Well, I kind of get my wish, don't I? Here. Okay, I can put this right to work, yes?
Yes, sir. There's a knife for you. Let's see if you remember how to cut ribs.
If I don't stop working with food on this show, people are going to start thinking I'm an actual chef.
I'm ready to eat.
Me too. If I remember, in the dimly remembered past, when I last saw one of these, I think this is called a salad.
Dig in. Oh, actually, it's
literally balling off the bone.
It's terrible here. Let me take that from you.
Keep your eyes on your own plate, buddy.
When the meat and the bone come apart that easy, you know you got some good ribs.
A true American experience. Real backyard barbecue.
This is the barbecue story encapsulated, you know?
Now I can really say I've been everywhere. Barbecue burnout, culinary peril of the American South. Happily, I find myself at the final stop of the barbecue triangle.
Where are we, North Carolina, cradle of barbecue? Where most people will tell you it all began. Okay, what's the difference between Texas, Kansas City, and North Carolina barbecue? North Carolina, it's all about pig, 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 pig. And when you're talking about Eastern North Carolina, you're talking about nose to tail, everything but the squeak.
During my travels, I hear about a joint called Mitchell's, where they proudly specialize in whole hog barbecue.
All right, let's go. We're going to the pit now.
I'm introduced to proprietor Ed Mitchell, who promises to come clean on their entire operation. First step, trimming the pig.
You'll let Tony cut the feet.
What am I thinking? I'm thinking about an episode of The Sopranos I saw a few weeks ago. Getting good at this, huh?
Every now and then we get one like me. He's a little healthy. He has a lot of fat glands.
A lot of actors in Hollywood pay to have that done, while they're still alive.
Now this one, it got all the good stuff in it.
Tongue, the brain,
the brains,
eyeballs, thymus gland.
Yep. This is good eating. Now she's ready to go on. Spank it. Now he'll tell you the story on that. That is really a symbolic of a salute, because he's really going to make him somebody very happy.
My old gym teacher used to do that to me a lot. He's in jail now.
He got the spanking now. You're one of the boys now. You're an official barbecue man now. We got you now. All right.
It's time to cook the hog.
We like to cook from 8 to 10 hours. We definitely don't like to cook them anything under that.
Right.
True American food. You gotta want to get
pretty.
And to me, that's real barbecue.
The pit crew goes to work deboning the pig, pulling off the ribs, and hand chopping the meat.
We're gonna chop this and put it back into the skin. Okay, we're actually letting Tony taste it to make sure that it meets his approval. What we do here, we want to make sure that the tenderness is there, that it's done.
That's delicious. That's fantastic.
Just when I'm ready to dig in, Ed tells me it's time for the most important step.
We're getting ready to season it. That is, put the vinegar and pepper sauce in it. You know, this is putting the icing on the cake.
In eastern North Carolina, you won't find tomato in the barbecue sauce. Get out your recipe cards. For every 100 pounds of pulled pork, simply add a load of red and black pepper, lots and lots of sugar, even more salt, then a real lot of vinegar, then just mix it all by hand. But it's not that easy. It's serious business.
Tad bit more salt. A little bit of white gold sugar. Did you put the crushed red pepper in there? Yeah, too much. Yeah, a little tad too much red pepper in this. Oh, yeah.
Once Ed signs off, the meat is spread out and sprinkled with bits of crispy pigskin cracklings.
Yeah, I have been eating barbecue for days, but I haven't seen this. This is beautiful. Crispy, crunchy, cooked pigskin. All the things I like about food, all in one dish. That is amazing.
Okay, so what do you do with a whole cooked hog? In Cook's Tour, we've seen salad bars, tapas bars, and raw bars.
And this is the famous pig bar.
But a pig bar?
We have the trotters, as we call them, pigtails, the pig ears, and you gotta try the chitlins.
Yeah, if there's a buffet in heaven, it looks pretty much like that. Best pig foot I ever had. But I've had a fair amount of them. Problem with pork these days is they're pushing the whole lean angle. This is a very bad way to go as far as promoting the glories of pig. Little bits of crispy skin. And man, this is beautiful. Well, it's very much my philosophy, you know, if you're gonna kill a pig, you should eat every part of it. I mean, if a pig ever hunts me down and kills me, I hope that he uses every part.
Just when I think my investigation is over, I discover barbecue has battles within battles. Turns out in North Carolina, there's a barbecue civil war.
Okay, when you're talking about barbecue in North Carolina, you're talking about, well, two major significant styles. You got your East North Carolina barbecue, which is kind of a vinegary whole hog thing, and you got your Western or Piedmont Lexington style barbecue. And representing the West Side are Bill Eason and Jim Tabb.
Even in a real war, these guys would be useful. Jim is an ex-pilot, and Bill is an expert in blowing stuff up. But in the barbecue war, they're generals. I asked them what defines their territory.
Is it true what they say? Is it about shoulder here?
Shoulders.
Pretty.
And shoulder is a juicy piece of meat.
It's got more fat in the shoulder than the ham.
Okay, strategy number one, moist shoulder meat.
Yeah, let's throw it on the grill.
Strategy number two.
Direct heat. As far as we're concerned, direct heat is the way to cook.
That's right, direct heat. Instead of a separate firebox, these guys cook right on top of the flame.
About how long will these go?
Anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. Let's fire them up.
But it still takes 14 hours.
The smoke's rolling now.
You ready, Tony?
That's pretty.
Could someone hand me a knife?
I know we won't need a knife. I'm furious if you need a knife.
Okay.
If you need a knife, you got roast pork.
Right.
See, it's just coming off the bone.
No reason to fret. Looks like a knife will not be needed.
Knife will not be needed.
And we're talking pulled pork. This is pulled pork as is. Looks mighty good.
Yeah, you can't resist it. Go ahead. We're talking about.
This is your sauce right here.
What do you do around here? You dip or you dress?
We're gonna dip the knife.
Okay. Hell with decorum. Dip.
Hey, hold on here. We're in North Carolina, and this sauce has tomatoes?
Traditionally, the people in Eastern Carolina thought tomatoes were poisonous. As they came west, they began to add tomatoes.
Little tomato.
Tony, what we got here is some pulled shoulder, some red slaw, and hush puppies.
Perfect. That's what it's all
Piedmont
about.
style barbecue.
I like it here. I like it here a lot. This is great. I'm getting the idea that barbecue is an endless learning process.
And I'll be the first to say, we don't know it all, but we feel like we do it in North Carolina like it was originally did. We were barbecuing and those people in Texas were chasing cows.
So, I've searched far and wide for America's best barbecue. Apologies to Memphis and St. Louis. What is my one absolute conclusion? Barbecue is not a cuisine, it's an obsession. But the barbecue debate should make us all proud. Barbecuers are free-thinking individualists. So show the world what you're made of, America. Put on that apron and light up those barbecues from sea to shining sea. Now, where can I find a salad bar?
Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pate, frisee, 2 green salads.
Okay, lettuce sauce here.
Lamb chops, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose.
In the beginning, it was the Romans that started it. Somehow, the evil French caught on. They ran with it, nurtured the thing and developed it. And soon, there was nowhere in the Western world where the French did not rule. Their cuisine, their techniques preeminent, all bowed down to their cruel and sauce-drenched ways. And then, a new and strange and wondrous thing began to take hold. In New York and San Francisco, from London to Sydney, Melbourne to the vast empty spaces of the wasteland. As in the beginning, a few mad adventurers went looking for something different. Men like Tony Bourdain, the food warrior.
Push a man to the brink, and he'll go far for the good stuff. Tetsuya Wakuda, widely regarded as Australia's best chef and one of the world's most original. You want to meet Tets? Stick with me. I'm on my way to his restaurant in Sydney via the Australian outback. That's funny. Where'd he come from? What do people always tailgate on an empty highway? Well, he picked the wrong chef to mess with. Missing dinner. Nothing, I say nothing, is going to slow me down. Okay, this'll slow me down. Note to self, remember to buy a book on automotive repair before next episode. Well, looks like I'm in for a bit of a walk. Hey, Max. Come on, Max, let's go. Hungry, boy? Yeah, me too. Luckily, we have some snacks. For Monsieur, femur of kangaroo found on the highway. And for me, Vegemite, a sludgy, salty paste made from fermented yeast extract.
Vegemite?
Oh yeah, that's a good sign. The dog prefers roadkill. Aussies are nuts about this stuff. They usually eat it for breakfast on toast. Bottoms up.
Well, Aussies are wrong about one thing.
Right, Max? Max? Here, Max. Stupid rented dog. Probably went off and got lost. Max, here, boy. Now I'm starting to get a little worried. The sun's going down in a few hours and I'm hungry, not to mention thirsty. Great. Bourdain's sun-dried carcass found in Australian outback beset by dingoes. He was survived by his dog, Max. For 50,000 years, Aboriginal peoples have lived off the land in the Australian outback. They survived off their knowledge of edible plants and the habits of animals. Where to find them, what was safe to eat, what was not.
Hey, you. Come with me.
Food, beer.
Ladies and gents, meet Robbo. Lucky for me, at least somebody was out for a little walk. Turns out Robbo and his friend Claude are having a cookout nearby with their friend Steve.
Where you going? I found an American.
All three are experts in bush tucka, or the edible stuff of the bush.
So, what are you guys making?
No, that's not dinner. Well, not exactly.
Off the wattle seed, there's a bush, the greenest bush out here. The wattle seed is the food what we're going to eat, and also the pod makes a beautiful soap. This is the pod, dry pod.
Wattle seed, the multi-purpose plant.
Clean.
Sudsy delicious. Kills bacteria and nourishing for the whole family. Does this make anyone else nervous?
That's the wattle seed. That's roasted and then ground like coffee. It just smells just like coffee, hazelnut and chocolate. And it's 5 times higher in protein than Durham wheat. The flour for the dough for the Johnny cakes.
Johnny cakes are a relative of spoon bread.
You've seen this in the Caribbean. Native Americans do something like this. It's interesting, you know, when you see similar foods grow up in different cultures separated by, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles.
And then we just add the beer.
Beer? We didn't see that in our Caribbean Johnny cakes.
Oh, you'd have to open another one.
Okay, I think I can handle that.
All right, so we'll leave that. There's our boil. Then we'll break that up into little cakes. You can see the dark wattle seed in the flour dough.
While Steve puts on the Johnny cakes, it's suggested I make myself useful by lightly blanching a bucket of local wild greens. I got to admit, it looks like dinner might actually be good. Ah, the outdoor life for me. I'm such a nature boy.
Right in the eye, yeah, direct hit.
Flies, flies, oh, delicious flies.
While I finish blanching the greens, Claude and Robbo start the main course.
You know, put the kangaroo on.
Kangaroo? I've never had kangaroo before.
The way I'm feeling now, I can eat a full kangaroo.
Been marinated?
In a fruity bush tomato chutney. These are the bush tomatoes. Out of 156 species, this is the only one that you can safely eat off the bush. The rest are toxic.
How toxic?
They'll kill you.
Oh, so I won't go foraging for these.
There's the fruit ripening, that's toxic. Then there's the dried berry, and you can see the calyx is drying. See how that one's dry? It'll come off.
This is the... Welcome to my world.
2 escargot, pate, frisée, 2 green salads.
Okay, man, it's what's here.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 faux filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please.
As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories, and now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world, and I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that.
I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience.
I'll try anything, I'll risk everything, I have nothing to lose. St. Petersburg, Russia. This Western European-style city served as Russia's capital for 2 centuries before the Communist Revolution.
Now, what does one do in Russia? Why am I in Russia anyway?
explain something. The first good cook I knew, Alexei Gatmanov, his name was. Very proud of the fact that he was Russian. And he was the first guy I knew who was really into food. And he really inspired me to actually get serious about food. So now that the Soviet Union is gone and Russia's opened up, I feel I owe it to old Alexei to undergo a personal quest. I want to find out what inspired him. I want to steep myself deep in the Russian psyche. I want to find out what makes these Russian people tick. And the best way to do that anywhere is to start with the food. What am I doing? Why am I here? Am I insane? Of all of the insane things I've done in this world, standing in the Neva River in St. Petersburg, in Russia, in the middle of winter, has got to be up there in the top 10. This hardly seems the place to begin a quest for culinary inspiration. But I'm far from the craziest man out on the ice today. For this frozen wasteland is the domain of that hardiest of sportsmen, the ice fisherman. Even the bleakest parts of Russia are filled with slow-flowing, fish-filled waterways. So there's a long tradition of pulling dinner right out of the backyard. Ice fishing explained. Some build plastic tents to stay warm. Others just drink lots of vodka, but they all do one thing the same: sit and fish out of tiny holes in the ice. This is not exactly the most firm footing in the world, I should point out, by the way. Oh yeah, here, look. If you look through there close enough, you can see the frozen corpse of the last TV Food Network guy to come here, kind of clawing at the underside. I meet up with my Russian translator and guide, Zamir, who's arranged a rendezvous with two old salts, Vladimir and his pal Igor. How does it get through the ice? I'd like that ice to be a lot thicker. With little time to waste before his worms freeze to death, Vladimir baits his hook. Supposedly anything from perch to pike can be caught here, if you're lucky. There's a 30-pound sturgeon with my name on it swimming around under there, just bursting with roe. This is interesting. This is a mark of how cold it is here, okay? He has to keep skimming the water because it crystallizes and fills up with ice. You can actually see it freezing right in front of your eyes. Oh, we got something. Right. He's got something. Very clever fish. We go. It's gonna be like this. Before I even realize it, Vladimir pulls up his catch. Damn. Not what I expected. As in all real situations that try men's endurance, physical and mental toughness, alcohol is involved. Oh. I think that's really kind of the point, actually. I don't know whether it's actually the fish. I think it's to get away from your family, sit out where nobody's going to bother you, and drink vodka at 11 o'clock in the morning. Cheers. To your health. Nasrovia. I want to thank these gentlemen. Thank you. Since the fish didn't seem to be biting today, Zamir and I decided it was time to move on. Not all Russians fish for an economical breakfast, and Zamir thinks he knows just the place for us. So, where are we going?
So the next thing on our plan is kulabyak, which is a pretty fast food piroshki place.
Piroshki. Okay, so that's what we're about to have.
That's what we're going to have.
And now, who's going to this place? This is not a tourist.
Well, normally it's the working class.
So this is a place of your ordinary
ordinary people will go
on the way to work
during the lunch break or early morning if they miss their breakfast at home for any reason, or even late after work.
Let's eat. Piroshki are small Russian turnovers made with a thick pastry dough. First, the dough is prepared from scratch. Then it's filled with any number of savory fillings, from meat to vegetables and cheese to sweet fruits. Then they're either fried or baked, depending on their ingredients. In the blink of an eye, they come out hot and ready to eat. So, one of each?
One of each.
Meat, fish, cabbage, and maybe you've seen one of these before. I couldn't resist, you know, giant bacon blanket. Okay, let's try the cabbage first.
Okay, so let's try that.
Very good.
This is really good. I could bring this to a ball game, or
why not? Yeah.
Hold up in front of the TV set with a big stack of these things.
Right. And you know, very reasonable for anyone can afford it. It's not like a real expensive something. Which is.
Now let's see. This is an entirely unfamiliar object to me. I've never seen anything like this. Okay, they don't have baseball here yet, but the hot dog is here. Baseball to follow. Okay. You have all the necessary ingredients. I mean, you've got good beer, you've got hot dogs. What else do you need? That's my calling in life. After they kick me out of the kitchen and I'm blacklisted from television forever, I'm going to come here, I'm going to start a Little League team. I'll start coaching the next generation of Russian baseball players.
So after a full day in Russia, I found my footing. It's time to get back to the root of my mission and pay some respects.
Well, my first exposure to Russian food in my young life was in Provincetown. I was working with my good friend and mentor, Alexei Getmanov, a cook of Russian origin, who introduced me to a dish called kulabyak. So I asked Amir to hook me up with some kulabyak, which he did, but he will not be able to attend. So I'm going someplace I really don't know, meeting someone I also don't know, and she's gonna cook me some kulabyak.